Hey Martin, what's up, buddy? Yep, Cthulhu time. Yep.
Hello.
And Kamara's here. Let me know if you guys can hear her.
Hi, Martin.
Turn the music down a little bit. Just... Whoop whoop. What's up, Cardi? So yeah, a little bit of a late stream. Had some stuff to do this morning, but we're ready to rock. Yeah.
Hi, Cardi.
Hello, hello. So today, guys, we got Kamara here. We're dual streaming. So, I'm gonna ask Kamara to share that link.
Oh, the multi-stream?
Yeah, because I'm bad at that stuff.
Let me make one.
Sweet. Hey, what's up, Matt? So we're dual streaming today, and Kamara and we're basically doing Creature Week, where I'm still working on the Runa character. I haven't stopped that. We'll probably pick that up the following week, or I'll end up just, depending on my schedule now, I'm kind of like waiting on this one project through this company to get the concept, and then they're going to basically say, here's the concept, and then my time starts. So I'm kind of like in limbo a little bit with that. But that being said, I think I at least have this week on a normal schedule. So if I end up getting super busy, then we may have to I may have to adjust my schedule a little bit to stream maybe once a week. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll keep you guys posted. It's good to have a job, and I also love doing this. But then also it's like I may have to like adjust this. So what's up, Brian? Hello, hello. All right, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this on a new tab so I have it. Let me just...
And that reminds me, I need to make sure that my bot is set up to be posting
Cool.
my links.
Oh, I have my Pixo banner up. Thank you. If you guys didn't know, I was a Pixo streamer. I'm really happy about that. Thank you. And Kamara is very faint. Okay, let's... Kamara, do you want to speak?
Speak. Hello.
There we go, okay. I was really confused. That was a Zbrush stream. Yeah. Gotta readjust my levels for me and her. There we go. Much better? Awesome. Great. So yeah, so dual stream, non-pixel stream. But we're doing a Cthulhu as our creature concept, which I think is pretty cool because, I mean, it's one of those things everybody loves. Cthulhus are just awesome, but also too, I feel like calling it a creature is a disservice because Cthulhu is more of an idea, but yeah, but we only know it in its creature form. But so yeah, so I'm gonna show you the concept on mine. Let me pull it up real quick. I think I saved it. Can't remember. Let's load. There it is, Cthulhu reference. So here's my dad bod Cthulhu that I'm gonna be sculpting.
I have
hey Radeska, what's up,
like,
dude? Welcome in.
Buff comic book cover, kind of, Cthulhu.
Yeah, yours. Yeah, so guys, go over to Kamara's, also pop her in, check out the monthly stream. Yeah, hers is really cool. That's my name right there. I'm doing really good. We're going to, we're pausing the Runa anime sculpt to dual stream with Kamara to do some Cthulhu sculpting, which will be super fun. So we're going to go with the dad bod Cthulhu. I think it's pretty cool.
I still think he looks a little bit like the Grinch, and I love it.
He is kind of like the Grinch, yeah. I love that too. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Yes, Ryan, that extra credits episode. Ryan shared this video that was like describing like how games get the Cthulhu idea wrong, and completely agree. But once you put a lifespan on him, you know, put a life bar on him, like all of a sudden it kills the idea of what Cthulhu is.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't do that.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, Miss Brandy.
Doing well, kind of kicking myself in the Cthulhus. Oh, really? Why's that? Hey, Bordy. I had the dream that I was walking and found $200 bills on the ground.
I did that once, actually. I found $200 bills on the ground.
Oh man, really?
That was yeah. I was at Walmart and they were just on the floor and I was like, "Is this someone's drug money? What is this?" I just kinda held it up for a minute like, "Did someone drop this?" But there was no one around, so I was like, "Okay, I guess someone's paying for my groceries today."
Oh, there you go. Let's see. Purchased cinema like 2 weeks ago ish, and now they're coming out with a new version so soon. I just purchased the old version. This is
Oh,
the second time this has happened to me. No, dude, that sucks. I hate it. I hate it when that happens.
could you
Then
contact customer service and be like, "Yo, upgrade me?" I
upgrade
mean,
me
they're not
now.
gonna listen, but
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Kamar, have you started already? I'm just looking
I
at
have
this.
not.
All right.
I just looked over at your screen and we're at the exact same point. We both have a sphere on the screen.
Yeah. Upgrade me right meow. Absolutely. I have a fantasy of walking up to a sad person in the street and just handing them $100 bill. That would be awesome. I would love to get to the
Mhm.
point where I can be like, yeah, here you go. I don't need that, but you do. Here's help.
Yeah, I had a guy when I lived in California, I went to Napa on a semi-regular basis.
Uh-huh.
And some friends of mine and I were out for dinner one night, and we were all just kind of like, we were debating if we wanted to have a second drink because we were all like, money and I don't know. Next thing we know, this guy who had been kind of an asshole the whole night at the next table over paid for our whole tab and bought us another round. And we're just like, what? And he's
Oh,
just
that's
like,
an awkward moment
see,
too.
well, he's just like, see, I'm not so much of an asshole, am I? But just make sure you pay it forward once you're able to. And we're all like, okay.
That's funny. Wow, that's insane. Yeah. I've never had that experience. That's awesome. Okay, so I figure. Okay, so Kamara's. Wow, my voice just got cracky. What the hell? Hold on. Okay, so that just happened. Anyway, yeah, let's all be assholes and then buy stuff to make up for it. Exactly, right?
Right.
So Kamara is more of the creature expert, which is actually one of the reasons I wanted to do more creatures and stuff. So I figured Kamara might be giving pointers on her take. I'm just gonna try to sculpt to the reference as best as possible, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to improve my creatures stuff. So I think I'm gonna be trying to look up squid anatomy and some other stuff as well. But I'm definitely open for like advice and tips. So Kamara might be picking your brain on
Sounds
how
good.
terrible I'm doing.
Hi, Ryug. How are you today?
Okay. So guys, also too, if you're just coming in, I'm dual streaming with Kamara, and you can
Friendsync.
boop, and we're right over there. You also love her mat cap. What's her mat cap? Oh
Oh,
yeah,
it's called Wet Clay. It's from
flip
Flip
normals, right?
Normals. Yeah, it's their styled matte caps series. I think it's like $3. You get like 10 materials, but I love the Wet Clay one.
Yeah,
I am
that's-
sculpting our Lord and Savior Cthulhu. Actually, IR Sculpts and I both are. This is my concept.
Oof, need it. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's up, D-Sync? How you doing? Inspires here. Yay. Yeah, I actually want to get that material as well. The one I'm using is actually God, I'm just drawing a blank on it all of a sudden. Oh, it's orbs. There we go. So have the orb one. There's a glossy and then there's a regular. Although funny enough, I've been contemplating switching it out. Don't know why.
Slowby, hello.
Okay. I'm gonna just start with a basic skull shape and we'll start building up from there.
I'm actually starting with a torso for no real reason.
Actually, that's not a bad idea, starting with the torso. I feel like the head is the majority of it, and then
Yeah.
can start putting a body on there at some point.
Oh, I have AccuCurve turned on. I was like, why is my brush being weird? Okay, it's still being weird. Hold on. I think I might need to reload my ZBrush, but we'll see.
Hey, what is
Nope,
up,
that's
Slow
working.
B?
Okay.
Our Lord and Savior didn't need to walk across water. He sleeps in it. Absolutely, right? Yeah, did you know how to wake up and forget your dream for a second? That was me. But how I remembered was, why was I so excited? Oh yeah. Oh, that's always a very interesting take on dreams. I tend to, if I don't remember right out the gate, then I don't typically remember. Because a lot of times when I have a dream, if I remember, it's because I was actively like looking at it.
Yeah, Slowby, that was absolutely, my brush was still stuck on fire hair.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
From the sculpt off last night, we made fire hair.
Oh, yes. Yeah, how was that? You guys, I walked in, I like went over to see all your guys' renders, and they all looked amazing.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, because I think we all went in thinking it was going to be a lot more simple than it was, and then as we started going, we're like, oh my god, what is this guy's head? What's going on here? And yeah.
On the YouTube side, yay! What's up, KP? Your work lurking? Nice. Now I own Mac caps. My Mac caps. Yay! Gotta have those Mac caps.
Yeah, those flip normals matte caps, that's literally the only thing I have ever purchased to add to my ZBrush.
The only thing?
Only thing.
Interesting. Why is that?
Yeah, I don't have any fancy brushes. I have one plugin that I've added, and it was a battery namer that I just got because my Beetle has so many pieces.
Well,
but yeah, I've just never really felt the need to add things. Just me personally. But
just you personally?
Yeah, I really like the matte cap though.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I've purchased quite a few different brushes when I found something that I was too lazy to make. But for the most part, I'd say I don't use them as often because they were more like special, they were like special purpose brushes, and I was just like, I don't want to make that.
Yeah.
So.
Hi, Carbon.
Hello, Carbon. Gats 3D, what's happening? I just realized this is the first sculpture I see you starting from scratch. Oh, hey. Oh, awesome. Yeah. I'm also doing a very different process. I just started with Dynamesh. I don't normally start from Dynamesh, but today...
I didn't used to. It's been kind of a new thing for me, and I like it.
It feels more freeing on the sketching side.
I feel like it's easier for me to get my proportions figured out if I'm not worrying about not messing up geometry.
Yeah, for me it helps me keep art. Does that make sense? I feel like sometimes I get too in my own head about how something should be instead of just sketching it out, and I want to get better at the sketching phase.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's definitely it helps you a lot with just that idea, because everything's gonna suck for the first, for me, couple hours. Everything just kind of sucks a little bit. But that's just you kind of figuring it out and seeing what you're gonna do with it, and then then you get to refine it. So it's kind of my take on it. I've sculpted a Cthulhu once before, but I had no idea what I was doing back then. Now I just pretend that I know what I'm doing.
I sculpted a Cthulhu, but when I was still learning programming, I decided at one point that I should learn some C# and get into Unity, since that's the engine that I'm working in for work. I say working in, I really mean I'm throwing models at people who then put them in Unity.
Right.
But I was just like, yeah, I'll learn some Unity, and I found a thing that was like a tutorial on how to build your own uh, virtual pet. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna do a Cthulhu virtual pet,
That's adorable.
and I got as far as like I set up my Unity scene and everything, and then as soon as I got to the part where it was like, okay, now you're gonna write your first script, I haven't touched it since then.
That's pretty funny.
Totally just hit my mic, but
What? I dine on mesh a lot. Reska dine on meshes a lot. I always join in the 2 streams too late. But now you're here. And you get to see me fumble through the Valley of the Suck just like
right.
everyone else.
Well, I always joke that my initial stages are very marshmallowy, and that's why he's apparently become my channel mascot, is Schmello, the pirate marshmallow.
Yeah.
I have a new emote. Ooh, they approved my heart one. Yay!
Yay! Congratulations. That's awesome. It takes forever for Twitch to approve emotes.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, I had submitted both during my marathon stream, and then they approved both, but then I looked at them and I was like, oh no, I need to recrop these. So I'm waiting for them to be reapproved now.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, the heart one, you couldn't even tell that he was holding a heart because it was just so small. And then the other one, he's lurking, and it was readable, but he was just too small, so recropped him.
Yeah,
But I mean, what do you expect when you're submitting emotes after being awake and streaming for 23 hours?
No, exactly, yeah. Well, when I was affiliate for like, 2 minutes, it definitely was it took like almost a week and a half to get anything approved. It was crazy.
Yeah, my first one took over a week. These only took a couple days. Well, the first time they approved them only took a couple days. The heart one I just resubmitted yesterday, and he's already approved.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Hey, don't really want to leave to go to this class soon. I will not encourage you, but thanks. Hey, what's up, Art? How you doing? Hello,
Who
hello.
goes to class?
I would feel so bad if I said don't go to class and then
I know, right?
like, yeah, I would feel terrible.
But you said...
Right? All right, there we go. So yeah, we're gonna build this out all funky dunky. What did you guys think for those who stopped by the Zbrush Core Mini? Did you guys found any of that information helpful? Because I think I'm gonna do Core next Sunday. I think.
So, as someone who obviously owns Zbrush, I thought it was really cool seeing what it can actually do.
Right? Isn't that fun? I'm laughing at all the people who are like freaking out at like what you can't do in there.
I know, right? Wait, you can't mask? Wait, you can't do that? Wait, you can't... Guys, it's free.
I know, right?
Anna! Hello!
Never is just leave it like this. It's perfect. Yeah, there we go. What are you gonna learn next class?
Oh,
you're
Trenton,
using these mask
hello.
cap. You can actually see the model, right?
And
Yeah.
Ruben! Everybody
Right.
stopping in.
Yay! Welcome in,
So
everybody.
for those who don't know, Anna Carolina is my mentor.
She is. And that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that Ian was streaming Core Mini.
Yep. This is gonna be a funky baby.
I'm not paying much attention to this guy's posture yet, because he's like super leaning over. I'm also kind of treating this like it's going to be an extended speed sculpt.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Just because, we're working on it for, what, 3 days?
Yeah, just 3 days. You know, and then we'll refine if we feel like we need to later. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Archie Fog. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. Alien Funko Pop, right? Did you happen to see the time lapse? I did not see it yet. Drop it though. I think you dropped it in the Discord, right? I'll have to take a look. Did not see it. I never watched 3D design like this live. I'm living for this right now. Awesome. Okay, well, if you have any questions too, please let me know, because I teach ZBrush as well as design and freelance. So please let me know if you got questions, and I try to answer as much as I can.
Oh, Anna says, core mini. Oh wait, I was gonna do the core mini challenge. When I opened it 15 minutes before the stream, I realized it's not just a mini ZBrush like I thought. It's missing my core features. Need to practice before going live. Yeah, after seeing Ian using it the other day, I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. Looks really cool though.
Yeah, it's a different ball of wax for sure. But what's
After
cool...
my 24-hour stream, I'm actually feeling pretty okay. I just only got like 5 hours of sleep last night because I was dumb and forgot that I had to wake up at a certain time.
But you know what's really cool about ZBrush Core Mini is that, for me at least, I love a challenge, A. So as soon as they told us, you know, hey, you know, kind of create using ZBrush Core Mini if you would like, I was like, okay, sure. Then I popped it open. I've done it once before, actually. But I didn't really get too versed in it. It was just like, okay, yeah, I want to check this out again. So I had played with it once before, but the moment you realize you literally only have 8 brushes and a smooth option, life changes for you really quickly when you are used to a certain workflow and process. And for me, it was just like, that's what I loved the most about it. So I just was like, not being able to use mask, for example. Oh my god, that like that was hard to get my head around. But as soon as I did, I was just like, let's just have fun with it and see what happens.
24 hours hardcore. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm a crazy person, and I saw other people doing 24-hour streams when I first started streaming, and I was like, I want to do that. Why do I want to do that? I want to do that. I need an excuse.
Do it.
When I hit 300 followers last Thursday, and then Saturday was my 3-month anniversary on Twitch. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do it. That's my excuse.
Do it.
And then while I was streaming, that's not my clay buildup. While I was streaming, I hit 333 followers and also 300 total hours streamed. So it's like all the threes.
Oh, there you go. Cool. I got a couple questions here. So if I know Adobe programs, do you think I could more easily learn ZBrush? ZBrush is kind of its own little thing. ZBrush's UI is a little difficult at first, in my opinion, to grasp. However, it kind of operates in Photoshop in one way, where, like, I would say, you know, like in Photoshop, you have different layers to stack on each other. That's how your subtools kind of operate. But ZBrush on its own, I mean, it's nothing like Photoshop. So I would say open up ZBrush Core Mini and just get the feel of the most basic torn down version of it, and that will actually help you understand full ZBrush faster. But there's like a little bit of a setup to learn, but once you learn it, it's pretty straightforward. I'd say just focus on playing around in ZBrush, learn the UI a little bit, and then just experiment, see how it works, get the feel of the program, and then after that, I feel like creating becomes a lot easier. What do you think, Amara?
I totally zoned out while you were saying all that. I was reading my own chat.
Do you think
I was trying to figure out what was meant.
Somebody coming from Photoshop, never using ZBrush, do you think relatively simple?
I think once you get used to the UI, it's not too bad.
That's
the first time I ever opened ZBrush, I saw like I had seen other people working in it, so I knew what it was supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And the first time I opened it, I was like, okay, cool. But wait, how do I get clay on the screen? I need clay on here, right? What am I doing? How do I
Yeah.
do this? And I start like drawing on the canvas and I just get a bunch of red squares and I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a
and I
process
did,
for sure.
yeah, I did a bunch of Googling and I couldn't figure out how to get started, partly because I didn't know what to search.
Mm.
So then I didn't open ZBrush again for like a year until somebody actually showed me how to open it.
Yeah, ZBrush can do that. ZBrush has that effect. That's why, like, I definitely tell people just start with Core Mini. Just get in and start making something. Get used to the most basic rundown version, and it's free. Yeah, I'll give you an idea, and then once you have the idea of like how you can make something, then going to fuller version of ZBrush makes sense. And Core, ZBrush Core, which is like only $180 right now, is super powerful. So
Mhm.
you can get a lot done really quickly in that program, and it just gets you going. So
Also, hi, Framed World! And
hey,
yeah, I don't know if you
Babo.
saw it, brought this over while, yeah, I had this on my screen for a minute, but this is the concept I'm working from. We decided to work on Cthulhu sculpts this week.
Yeah, and I'm still working on my Runa Yomozuki's sculpt. I just paused it to do something a little bit different.
And I am very much 100% still working on my beetle because he's too close to being done for me to stop.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Um,
gonna let you stop that.
Both of us up.
Oh,
Nice. Why
thank you,
is this autosave taking so long? Okay, ZBrush.
thank you so much for the follow, Tanji. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Um,
ZBrush Core Mini definitely has way more accessible interface than the full version, so it's good gateway. Exactly, it really is.
yeah, I've been doing so much retopo on the beetle that doing some fun, like, not super serial creature sculpting.
Yeah,
Nice little break.
yeah, it becomes
There we go.
helpful.
Alrighty, Anna, thank you for stopping by. By the
Bye,
way, everybody
Anna.
go follow Anna if you're not, because she streams too and she's awesome.
Oh, she's super awesome. Bye, Anna.
Also, everyone go follow Frame World because he's also awesome. And Eva, and like half the people in my chat.
Follow Rodeska. Super awesome. Follow everybody. Everybody, just
Yeah.
follow each other.
And Carbon.
Oh man.
Carbon came and hung out with me for a bit while I was doing my 24-hour stream, and it was definitely helpful to have someone to actually talk to, not just chat to chat with. Like, chat's
Yeah.
really helpful, but in those late, like, 2 a.m. hours, it's nice to not have to be reading the whole time.
Listen, yeah, life changes when the hours start kicking in, and there's nobody to actually talk to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I get it. So I'm like just roughly making this funky little body right now, and I realize I hadn't saved, so let's do that.
Ooh, that's a good point. I haven't done that either. I'll just put you in here.
The block out. It's my new Blackout 01. I'm gonna just save the subtool. Oh yeah. I'm gonna start painting Jack soon, and I'm nervous as Witch Cat. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what you do with that Witch Cat.
Oh yeah, Trenton too. Follow Trenton too. Anyway,
Ooh, I'm 2 away from 1,000 on Twitch.
ooh, everybody go follow Ian. He needs 2 more people.
Thank you guys for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Well, speaking of Twitch, actually, I found a really cool video, and so this is definitely a conversation for everybody here on the chat as well. But I came across this. So some of you know I've been really open about just like I don't really care for the affiliate program, but what's been interesting is that I feel like Twitch has kind of become its own little bubble. And you know, I've been wanting to like go further with my YouTube channel as a whole, and so how do you like? What are people's opinion on like streaming on YouTube and like? I'm kind of curious on people's takes. Like, what's your take, Kamara?
So my personal thought, which I pretty much said in your Discord earlier, but basically, I started streaming because I had started watching people on YouTube or on Twitch. Actually, you were the first one I started watching, and I. So I think I started watching you on like a Tuesday, and then by that Sunday, I was like, I'm streaming too. Um, so I didn't put any thought into what platform I was streaming on, just because the people I had been watching were on Twitch.
Right.
Um, and then not too long after that, you left the affiliate program, and I started thinking about it a little bit, and I was like,
Right.
should I be on YouTube? And then I was like, but everybody that I like, the whole community that I've been joining is on Twitch. And
Right.
I'm not here to try and make a name for myself as a Twitch streamer. I'm here to meet cool people and keep making art.
And have fun.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, who cares what platform I'm on?
That makes sense. Yeah. I definitely think it's. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like Twitch just makes sense just because this is where I've been meeting everyone, and like I have a growing community. I hit 300 followers the other day, and
Yeah. Yeah. This is actually why I restream a little bit, because I've always wanted to hit both. But you know, I've been wanting to. So for my YouTube channel as a whole, I want to create digestible videos for people to basically get ZBrush or sculpting, mainly ZBrush, but get sculpting and ZBrush advice as fast as possible. Because the like, I've had YouTube channels before in the past, and the thing that I've always learned with YouTube channels is that, you know, you kind of need to push your advertisements, and you kind of need to like say who you're about, right? But then videos have gotten to be 20 minutes long with 10-minute conversation about what the video is going to be about, 5 minutes of what the video is, 2 to 5 minutes more of advertisements, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'm like, wow, that seems really over the top ridiculous for what it should be, you know? And so, but with live streaming, I think live streaming is more of the future of content, because people get to connect with us who want to be online. And then I think that kind of helps, you know, create a relationship too. So it's more than just the YouTube channel where people can get that information, but it's also like a place where people can go and connect. And I think Twitch is pretty cool for that purpose. But I think the problem I have with Twitch is that Twitch doesn't seem to bleed over to any other platform. Like, you know, Instagram, you can connect to YouTube. But then, like, if you want to, you know, bleed over your Twitch to YouTube, like, that may or may not work. Depends on how you pitch it. I mean, everything's different. But I find it to be a little bit more difficult. Like, Twitch is its own little world. Like, it's kept in its own little world. Instead of being part of the, like, trifecta of, you know, the Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook group. Does that make sense?
Yep. And yeah, I hadn't been on Twitch a whole lot because, like, I had watched GDQ streams and some of the Pixo streams, but aside from that, I had spent most of my time on YouTube up until January of this year. And the only reason I came over to Twitch was because I was watching a Pixo stream, and it was being kind of weird on YouTube.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, let me hop over to Twitch. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is more interactive than just watching a YouTube video. I'm gonna hang out here for a bit.
Right. Yeah.
Here I am.
Thank you guys so much for the follows. Oh my gosh, you guys just kicked me to 1,000 followers. Oh my god.
Nice. 48-hour stream wins.
Yeah, YouTube has become a shit show for small creators. It has been, yeah. How long have you been doing 3D design? I've been doing 3D design for 5 years in ZBrush. You hit 1,000 now for a face reveal. Okay, you guys want a face reveal? Okay, here we go. Thank you.
I just looked over at yours. I love your little pot belly on your guy.
Hopefully that wasn't too creepy. Your true face. Oh man, that's what you got. You asked for it. But yeah, I've been ZBrushing for about 5 years. I have some background in 2D and some basic hard surface modeling for aerospace because I used to make nuts and bolts for a living, and then I made water fountain features for 3 years after, and then I said I hate it. I'm leaving. So, hey, what's up, Lord? Right now, it looks like the alien from Independence Day. Yeah, it really sucks right now. But yeah.
So does mine. Hooray! But it's the early stages. That's what happens in the early stages.
Right now, I see your Twitch banner saying that you are having an ad.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I find it. I think the ebb and flow of Twitch versus YouTube. I think the ebb and flow of it is that it's going to be ever changing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the market is going to switch. I think what's making Twitch have problems at the moment is the fact that they're not handling the DMCA issues well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I think that's kind of throwing people a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially gamers who rely on like that kind of copyright, that fair use act of being able to play something. But now game studios are like, oh, hey, guess what? We're going to throw in this song that you don't have the license to.
Mm-hmm.
Just heads up.
And even, it's like Cyberpunk has, what is it? It's like stream friendly mode or something like that because a lot of their music is copyrighted. So they have their stream friendly mode, but even that was getting people DMCA'd.
Yep. Yeah. And
Meanwhile, we have issues like the character creation where you get to choose your penis size, and then artists get hit with a 3-day suspension for showing a little bit of underboob.
Right? Yeah. It's a weird time right now. It really is.
Yeah, I honestly think, from my understanding of it, and I'm still fairly new here, but I've looked into it a fair amount. My understanding is that Twitch just got too big too fast, and now they're trying to play catch up with a bunch of rules that they never had to implement before.
I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Yeah, it's definitely weird. See, because I remember when YouTube went through a lot of this stuff back in 2008, 2009, when they had a lot of issues out the gate. And then they ended up partnering with Google, and that actually fixed a lot of things. Which I'm kind of curious if maybe that's what we'll end up seeing. We'll see Twitch partnering up with bigger companies who know how to handle that stuff.
Yeah. Because, their development team is, for how big of a platform it is, their development team is not big enough.
Yeah. If they really remove the dislike... They really remove the dislike, it will turn into a low content platform. Interesting. Yeah, the dislike thing is kind of weird.
Well, the dislike thing is especially weird because it still counts as interaction. So if people dislike a video, it still counts as good.
It does, yeah. That's that whole any attention is good attention mentality for sure. In fact, actually, same with comments. People who are super vocal about having, want those negative comments to show, they actually kick your video up to the top for that moment. So if you get enough people who are still talking crap about your video, you're still getting that attention.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, the music with Pretzel Rocks is a little weird too because it pauses sometimes for unknown reasons. Okay.
Meanwhile, I only have 6 tracks because my friend made music, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna only listen to this.
Do it. Do it.
I love it. It doesn't get old for me, but I'm sure people watching me on occasion are like, well, different music maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god, this guy has some long... His body proportions is crazy. His hands go down to his feet, so... We're gonna have to, like...
Mine only has one hand, actually.
adjust a few things. I'm actually going to... So it looks like his elbow is down right where his hips start. So I'm actually going to bring that here. I need to kind of pivot some of this by the shoulders. Oop.
Sirens.
So I'm going to go more A pose now. What did you say your job was? Freelance? Yeah, so I freelance. I freelance digital sculpting in general. Right now, I actually just got picked up by Coach.com, so I'm pretty happy about them. It's self-censoring to help Microsoft. What is the concept you're doing? The concept I'm doing is this dad bot of Cthulhu. And I love it. Yeah. It's actually, and we hit on showing his true form. Exactly. Exactly. I left Twitch running and I was like, why do I hear your voices in my office? Yeah, that's why. So, just checking with y'all before I do the Zbrush Core Mini sends you a link in your email to then download from there. Seems weird. That's a great question. I believe so, yeah. If it's from Pixelogic, or you can create an account. You should be able to create an account as well. MJ Sculpts, what's happening? I honestly prefer Twitch. It's more personal, and I think there are no likes or dislikes at all. That's true.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm not too concerned with streaming elsewhere, is Twitch does feel more personal to me. MJ, hello!
Yeah. I stream to both because I like both. I just find it interesting because I think it's good to, like, I wouldn't say follow the trends, but I think it's good to kind of see what the ebb and flow of things are. Because, I mean, this is like, I started streaming when Justin TV was a thing. Who remembers that?
Oh, man.
And then I was on Owned 3D for a while, and then I've been on Mixer, I've been on YouTube. I've hit almost every streaming platform service you can think of. Because I just used to do game content for a while.
I had streamed, I think, 5 times total before January of this year, and all 5 times it was just like I was playing 7 Days to Die with a friend who was streaming, so I was like, I guess I'll stream too. I didn't like set my channel up at all. I didn't have any overlay, advertise anything. I was just like, I am live.
I was streaming Jacola. Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'd just be glad I don't have my old mic anymore, because it would have sounded like they were in your room.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, we couldn't let that happen. That's fine.
Yeah, they were very loud. They went right by in front of the apartment. But I live a block away from the fire station in one direction and the police station in the other.
There you go. Right. Well, if you ever need anything in an emergency, just yell 911. You might get something.
Probably the safest place in Trenton to be.
Right.
Isn't saying a lot, but...
Okay, let's actually correct this right here a little bit. It's down. Yeah, that's 1001. Thank you guys so much for the follows. I appreciate it.
What are you gonna do when you're over 9,000?
I'm gonna spend the stream trying to power up and use instant transmission. Does that count?
It was funny. I had people on my 24-hour stream trying to guess how many hours they think I've streamed total.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ethan, for that idea. That was fun. But someone actually guessed 9,001 because they just wanted it to be over 9,000. And you know, I said I only started streaming in January, right? Because there are only like 2,000 hours since I started streaming.
Well, you know.
Like,
maybe you have this unique ability to go back in time. I mean, you know.
I would.
That would be pretty cool.
Control time.
That would be cool, yeah.
I want Hermione's time turner.
Even Hermione didn't want her time turner. She only did it to cheat. She said she was taking all those classes, but we all know the truth.
See, I want it just so I can do art for like 90 hours a day.
Right? That would be key. I don't know if I would leave the day. Although her time turner, you would have to eventually leave. There's too much crazy going on in that world.
That plus Doctor Strange's time stone, you would live forever. Yep.
There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Look how pretty my guy is.
I knew Cthulhu was pretty.
He's such a little dude.
Don't worry about it. I got what you meant.
There we go. We're just gonna get some of these knuckles in here. So it looks like my guy has like 3 knuckles. So he has the right amount of knuckles.
And mine has the right amount of knuckles on one hand, but he only has one hand.
Go.
My autosave is taking so long. Probably because I left my Zbrush open overnight.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. But yeah, no, I trying to like not overthink this sketch, but it happens a lot. Oh, I love his nails though. I'm excited, guys, because look at his nails. They're like he hasn't clipped them in about 20,000 centuries. I
was just thinking, like those really long press-ons that people do.
Yeah. Vacation. Oh, don't get the wait, vacation and relay. Let's go. Who did the concept? Honestly, I don't know who did the concept. I found it on Pinterest. I'm gonna throw it back into Google. Actually, let me do that real quick. I'm gonna throw it into Google and find out officially because I want to credit them because that's how you roll. But
I don't
you guys.
remember the artist, but it came from a tabletop book.
I have it saved on Pinterest. Let me go to Pinterest and get that. I remember saving it, so I was pretty happy I remembered to do that. I'm bad at saving stuff. The style looks really familiar. Yeah, let me actually pull up a history real quick. Yesterday. I love the style, that's why I found it. Let's see here. Nope, not that guy. I believe it's from Cthulhu World, was my initial take.
Yeah, mine I'm pretty sure came from... What is the game called? I can't remember names of things to save my life lately.
I search so much shit every single day. My history is just ridiculous.
So I'm not sure if mine's from Eldritch Horror or Call of Cthulhu, but it's one of the two.
Okay, when you save your history in Pinterest, it literally just says Pinterest. Isn't that the stupidest thing ever?
I do not like Pinterest. Anytime I see that a reference image I wanted to use is from Pinterest, I was like, well, I guess I'm not using that one.
Here it is. So, Cthulhu Web Shop. I made sure to follow them too. That's who did it. you guys want to take a look at their stuff, there it is. I like Pinterest because it's better than a Google search. I find it to be really useful, but I find that it's hard to figure out who to credit sometimes.
See, I've never gotten used to actually searching things directly on Pinterest. And a lot of times I can't see the full image because I'm not logged in or something, and like I can't remember my password, and it's just I spend more time just trying to get access to an image from Pinterest than I would just finding a different image on Google.
Interesting. No, I love Pinterest. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think I just never got used to the layout, and I'm still just like, "Nyeh, I don't like it."
Sounds like it.
Get off my lawn, damn kids. Your Pinterest.
It's better. I use the search Instagram for it, so you know.
Depending on what I'm looking for, a lot of times I'll search ArtStation too. Like if I'm just looking for a concept, I'll go to ArtStation first.
Well, if I'm looking for a concept for a portfolio piece, I definitely go to ArtStation because then I feel like I'm able to then easily and effectively credit the artist personally instead of through some like back alley deal that happened, which is what I feel like does happen on Pinterest more times than not. But I'm also not active on Pinterest, and I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Yeah, Pinterest. We know you're looking for a certain subject, but here's an ad from Protractor and Gambling's latest laundry detergent. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, the Johnson & Johnson has been causing blood clots apparently. Yeah, I think they said like 6,000 out of 1 million shots had developed blood clots. Yeah, something like that. Oh, Carde has it. 6 women. Okay, 6 women aged 19 to 50 out of 6.8 million vaccines administered. So the FDA and the CDC have recommended pausing the vaccine distribution. Okay, that makes sense. So just 6 women out of that many, but that's still like that's too many. If the other ones don't have those, then yeah.
Which vaccine was that?
The Johnson & Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have gotten my first dose of Pfizer.
Yeah, so you should be okay. Okay.
I was just like, wait, no, let me get my second one.
No. I have still not been able to be vaccinated yet.
I had been putting mine off to an extent just because I was like, I don't go out, I live alone, I'm not a frontline worker or anything like that, I'm not old, so I kept feeling like I should wait and let other people get theirs first, but realistically, at least where I am, you can call pharmacies, like call them directly and just like, hey, do you have any available appointments? And sometimes they're like, yeah, we had a cancellation, or yeah, we have extra doses that we need to use before they go bad.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, you know, if they're gonna have to throw them away anyway, I might as well get it now. And then
absolutely.
Also, I do have asthma, so I qualified in the first group.
There you go.
I just kept, I talked myself into feeling guilty about it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't go anywhere or do anything. I work from home if I'm able to pick up some gigs here and there. That's been the hardest part, actually. So, but just that and just, you know, making sure that my kids can be in school.
Right.
Yeah, but outside of that, yeah. So it's hasn't been my turn. I don't have any medical, you know, ailments or anything. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just patiently wait. There's an area, like, so I'm like 2 hours outside of Bakersfield, they had a thing where like they were like, oh, you can come and get your shot and stuff like that if you want, but I'm not gonna drive 2.5 hours one way to get a shot. Like I can wait. I want people to get them if they can get them. If it was closer, if it was like 30 minutes to an hour drive, that would be no problem. Like, yeah, that makes sense. But
yeah, I drove an hour and a half for mine.
yeah.
But it was in Atlantic City, and I kind of wanted to go down to Atlantic City and just see what it looks like now that they have demolished the Trump casino.
Oh yeah.
Cat attack! Hello.
Get out of here, Trump casino.
Well, that casino single-handedly killed a lot of the economy in Atlantic City.
Oh no. That's no good.
Oh, you're from Jersey? I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm in Trenton right now. And cat attack. I am doing all right. How are you?
Hello. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Had no issues with the Pfizer #1 myself. Yeah, I've heard that most people are doing okay on the Pfizer shot, which is good. And yeah, it's just a PSA. Yeah, it's important to do that right now and be as transparent as possible. Last thing these companies need is to get hit with not announcing the studies. And it's just something to be aware of too.
One of my best friends grew up in Red Bank.
Okay, cool. There's like some really cool fun designs on his back. I'm actually thinking about cutting his wings off right now. Like just straight up ripping him off his body.
Oh no, Cthulhu's not gonna like that.
He's gonna love it. This way I can focus on having a separate piece, you know?
Yeah. So I'm just making his head kind of blobby, because his head looks like a little bit of a brain in this concept.
Pinky in the brain.
But yeah, I had a friend in California who grew up in Red Bank, and then she moved back to Jersey. I moved to Philly, and then next thing I know, the company I was working for moved me to Jersey, and then she moved to Austin, and I was like, damn.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a job doing prop painting for Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, that's really cool. Don't they shoot? They shot Fear the Walking Dead in the beginning in LA, but I guess they moved that out of there. It's too expensive to film here, let's be honest.
Yeah, she did some work for Rooster Teeth too, which is also in Austin.
Nice.
She's avoiding you.
She's
totally avoiding me. Had nothing to do with the fact that she was offered a job at her dream company. She's been a huge Rooster Teeth fan as long as I've known her.
Rooster Teeth, oh man. I love Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, when I met her, one of the first things she asked me was if I had ever seen Red vs. Blue.
Well, yeah. You have to. See, I've had friends and colleagues get vaccines when they accompanied someone who was priority. Nice. Okay, that's good to know. Kat and I get our first Fauci ouchie Sunday 18th. Nice.
Fauci ouchie.
Fauci ouchies. That's a cool little nickname for him.
So the one I did during the marathon stream, I'm not sure if I would really count that as like how I would normally do a speed sculpt or start a sculpt from scratch or anything, because it was a hard surface one. And
Well, your Mass Effect one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very different for me because I've never... So the Beetle is my first time doing hard surface. The Mass Effect speed sculpt, I've never done hard surface in a speed sculpt situation. I've never played Mass Effect. I didn't know what a Geth was. I only gave myself an hour. It's Sin. Hello. Um, but yeah, I was pretty happy with how it turned out, considering all of those things I had never done before. But
It's good to push yourself, you know?
yeah,
Try new things and stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm starting to enjoy hard surface more and more by approaching it kind of the way Paul Gabry does things, where
Exactly.
he just blocks out his character and he just blocks it out and then just starts utilizing Dynamesh and getting the shapes that he wants, and then
Yep.
he only focuses on the major primitive shapes, so which is really all you
More
need
siren.
to do with any character. So
Yeah, I had never done hard surface before the beetle, but I had made low poly base meshes in Maya,
mhm.
and definitely prefer Paul Gabry's hard surface method to poly modeling in Maya at this point. Especially after making the whole beetle with his method.
I just run away from Maya.
I
I can't afford to look at it. So that's my problem with it. It's too expensive for me personally to own it.
Yeah. That's why I can't try a new version of it, because it's not nice like Zbrush. You don't get to upgrade for free.
Yeah. It's funny how Zbrush has made a name for themselves with that motto.
Right.
You know, but nobody else has tried dare take that on, even for just a minute, which I find to be fascinating because there is heavy success there. But also,
Right.
and it's not like you can argue that they don't have a team.
Like, Maya's not making their money off of small individual artists, so why screw all of us?
Right. Yeah, their target audience is definitely, it's definitely business in general.
And Sin, life is going well. I just did a 24-hour stream over the weekend, and it was awesome. How are you?
Yeah. I get overwhelmed by hard surface, trying to get it perfect, especially when doing next. Oh my gosh, Lord, seriously, I feel the yeah, I feel you. Hard surface is always organic shapes seem to be super easy for me, and then trying to perfect and master that workflow. But now I'm trying to incorporate hard surface. It was helpful to approach it like an organic surface, and just focus on layering the details once you got a really nice basic block out of that character. It doesn't always work though. I'm still very new to it. I would not say I'm a hard surface modeler at all. I'm just a guy who can once in a while make something.
I definitely wouldn't call myself a hard surface modeler. I definitely prefer organic. But I'm very happy with my beetle and impressed that I made it. I'm still impressing myself with it.
That's the important part, is to be able to be happy with what you're doing.
It's very rare that I'm actually happy with something I made, because I'm usually like, oh, I could do so much better. But
That's just being
the curse
an
of the
artist.
creator. Exactly.
That's just being an artist.
It's actually like, there's a phenomenon called the curse of the creator.
Yeah. I've never
And
heard of that.
So it's basically, as you make something, you learn. So like, as you go, you learn new things and you get better, and by the time you're done, your skill level is beyond the skill level of the piece. So you look at it, all you can see is, I can do better. Which is why artists tend to never be satisfied and always, like, almost a little obsessive about trying to get better.
Right. Well, I'm always trying to get better.
Let's team split it up, organic, hard surface. Yeah. And I wanted to be able to do hard surface, so I'm glad I made the beetle, but I definitely want to focus on the organic, especially since I have a degree in zoology. Why would I not do creatures?
Exactly. Okay. Well,
You're in Atlantic City for your birthday. Nice.
Mufapa, it's because Space Logic has a huge following of support in the community and artists. Autodesk is about money, and that's pretty much it. I've done a lot of hard surface modeling and trying to do organic. Nice. Yeah. Ryan, I've been working on the planes. Live booleans have been saving my butt with hard surface. Dude, yes. So much.
Booleans, clip curve with polygroups turned on,
Yep.
Dynamet, polished by groups, Z-remesher.
Yeah. All of that
Yeah,
has been...
Dream World, I remember you saying something about thinking about going into primatology, and I'm like, man, I almost went into entomology.
What is that? You lost me.
Bugs.
Oh, okay.
Study of bugs.
Study of bugs. That's actually really
Yup,
cool.
I've actually, I think I convinced Leo a few weeks ago to like earwigs. Or at least to appreciate them.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna learn to do cross stitch. Going to take my crochet to the next level. Do it, witch cats! Oh, when Iris Sculpts, when did you complete your PC build? It's freaking impossible to get the high-end graphics cards for reasonable prices right now. No, it really is. So I completed my PC build. Well, it's always growing, but I completed my PC build in November of last year, officially, before I had a motherboard blowout. So the graphics card I'm running is actually the GeForce RTX 2080 Ultra CX, I think it is. So it's actually one down from the TI, but it's doing well. And I replaced it when I had a 1080 for a long time, and then I replaced it and upgraded to the 2080. So I paid top dollar for this one, but I had a feeling that the 3080s and 90s were not going to be accessible. And yeah, it's really hard to get a graphics card now, especially since companies have chosen to prioritize mining and killing those cards out the gate. So even getting a used mining card is a waste of time. So, but I officially had this finished built in January of this year. And loving it and praying nothing blows out anytime soon. Now the tablet can go. This tablet can die anytime. I'd be okay with that.
I actually used to, when I was little, I totally built Lego houses for ants. And I knew they were just going to get out because it's a Lego house. I don't have a way of, like, keeping them inside, but I did it.
Yeah.
Chat animals on your next stream? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That frog you made was amazing. I love it so much. Frame World made the fattest frog I have ever seen, and it was so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm just like, I need to pick it up. I need to hold this frog. It is so fat.
Alright, I'm actually going to use mesh extrude here for a second. Let me pop over to your stream. Oh, I can't see it in 10 seconds. Come on.
I gave him eyes before I did much of anything else.
Nope, it's still giving me ads. I'm going to pop over to your... I'm just going to pop over to your main stream.
Yeah, if anybody's getting weird ad issues with the multi-stream, it's definitely less of an issue on
the Twitch.
Actual Twitch, that's what I'm trying to say. Ooh,
Yeah.
Fury printed the dog. Ah, I love it!
Hey, look, Kamara's live.
Can I show it? Can I
Alright.
show it on my stream? I love the frog.
Martin, I got the 3080 a couple days ago. Obviously, it definitely paid more, but it was in stock. So either now or in 2023.
Yeah. Oh, Autodesk.
Can't even get an older 580 for less than a kidney. Jeez.
Super fit. He's a frog loaf.
Oh, that frog is adorable. I'm looking
I
at
love
your
him.
stream now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
That's super adorable. Love it. Well, that reminds me, the in my printer right now is hopefully a completed version of my Pixelogic little mushroom guy that I sculpted. Hopefully.
I was with Alex's stream telling me to go to Twitch with Digi's works, no problem. That's interesting. It's Digi's affiliate too, so I don't know. Maybe Digi was sneaky and hacked the system and doesn't get ads. I don't know. Also, hi NoFX!
Do I want to color it on stream? I don't know. I'm not set up to do that per se yet, but I definitely have considered wanting to set up a place to get that going. Just because I have my airbrush and stuff, but I don't have a lot of good ventilation in order to set that up. But I've wanted to do it. But then I'm just like, I also want to sculpt. But we'll see. It definitely, it's something that would be in the works slowly over time. If that makes sense.
So I was kind of holding off on making this guy's hands because he only has one hand. But I'm there now. I gotta make his hand.
Yeah. Make it.
So, breaking symmetry!
Oh boy.
Thinking of doing a painting stream, so as soon as I can figure out the camera situation. Ooh! Let me know when you do, I wanna see.
Okay.
Witch Cat! Thank you for the follow.
You'd love to see that. Painting sculptures is something I'm pretty bad at, so I'd probably learn something from me. I'm okay at it. Yeah. I'm definitely a work in progress, but yeah. Like I said, I definitely want to set it up to where I could have like the space.
Have a meeting, gotta bounce. Alrighty. I will hopefully see you when you come back.
Ooh, have fun on your meeting.
But yeah, this is what happened to his other hand citizen. He has a tentacle.
Okay. I haven't saved in a while.
Pack to lurk, lurk, lurk.
Lurk.
Seen sketch for your new painting? I have not. I'll have to look. Feel free to post it.
There's definitely some like
Giving everyone's a thumbs up.
Spinal thing happening here.
Does he have 4 fingers?
Mine has 3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, I think mine only has 3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to tell. I think there could be another finger there, but I can only see 3, so I'm gonna give him 3.
Give him 3. Yeah. Well, let me see. Let me look at your design. I think yours had 3 as well.
Yeah. Like, there could be another one hiding back there, but I'm pretty sure it's only 3. And he only has 3 toes on each foot, so.
Oh yeah, yours only has 3 too. Yeah, I get 3 from that.
Yeah.
And a tentacle arm on the other one.
Yes, that works. Are you okay with me showing that on my stream?
Yes.
Thought I earlier, but freaked when I heard that you made a Mass Effect stream and I missed that. I thought you were following me too, but I don't know. I think Twitch does a thing where sometimes it glitches and people get unfollowed.
Probably.
Is this Harley Quinn and Ivy?
Oh, awesome.
That's gonna be a fun painting.
All right. Definitely using clay buildup now.
Yeah, I've been mostly using snake hook and clay buildup and making my marshmallow.
That's it. That's all you need to do.
A little bit of move brush. And inflate right now because fingers.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about how pretty this may or may not be. I'm more of like, okay, great. Let me just get some basic forms in here because I'm going to end up Z-remeshing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't want too much to transfer over but the main shapes.
Trying to paint things larger than the coins I used to at the zoo. I forgot about those coins.
Oh.
I don't remember what they were even for.
Wow, bro, you're she venomed. He's got the Badalkaton. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces. Check this out. I'll show you the print. I have the print behind me. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hope you can see that pretty well and block the. And then yep, she got that booty. It was actually I had to make up this part. I had to make up her backside a lot. That was actually a very interesting challenge. Oh, absolutely. Actually, on my ArtStation, you can download the STLs. You just plop, if you plop over there, you can just download those and print away, my friend, print away. It was my pure ref references were by far the most interesting I've had, trying to like, because she's super fit, right? So I had to find like pictures of fit women squatting so I can get the idea of how to make that pose. It was very it's very in-depth.
Yeah, it's always
project.
so much fun trying to find anatomy reference for the other or well, whatever gender you're attracted to. It's always like, this feels so wrong.
Well, also too, like I have two kids, you know, who are, well, my daughter's a teenager now, but my son's a little, he's younger than, he's like 9. So
Yeah.
having him come around in my office and I'm like, hold on, son, hold on. Wait a second. I just printed a mini version of that for my spider shelf. Nice, ground affected, dude. What is happening?
Interesting Google search.
Everybody, check out ground affected. Go, click on them. Amazing thing.
As Sin says, you get booby bands for good references.
Yeah, this was before the booby ban, so I got lucky.
Ah.
Yeah, they weren't booby banning yet, so.
I just find it hilarious that they're like, here, mark your stream as adults content or whatever, and then
ban.
wait, you showed adult content. Ah,
I know,
3-day
right?
suspension.
Yeah, well, you know, what can you do? They can't make up their mind yet.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's that their developer team is just too small for how big the platform's gotten.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys like that one. That's one of my favorite sculpts so far, to date.
The stickers are chef's kiss. I'm thinking about selling them. Do it.
Some of these neck muscles on there.
Also, Sin, we should absolutely go to Atlantic City once, like, vaccines and stuff.
Oh, yeah, right? Like a Your powers beyond Super Saiyan God. You're so awesome, man.
Oh.
Gotta enter 5. But
on, I think, May 5th?
Gotta enter 5, not bad, but sometimes a bit cheesy when it comes to the detail prints. Plus my gray filaments is a cheap roll from Amazon, and I stored it wrong. So now it's bad for detailed prints. Ooh, you can rehydrate those I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just the Amazon brand of filaments, but I definitely heard of people. Check out Uncle Jesse, because he's covered it, and a few other people on there have covered how to rehydrate bad filaments. I haven't done it personally, but I've usually don't have to. I'm in California. I got lucky there. My filament doesn't dry out nearly as bad. Oh, G-Tech. Okay. G-Tech is okay, yeah. Yeah, check that out and see if that's something that might help you.
Yeah, you talking about hydrating the filament. Citizen gave me a hydrate. Oh, so did Sid.
Nice. Okay. My Cthulhu has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 8. Looks like 7 or 8 face tentacles on one half of his face.
Oh man, mine has 4 total.
So I'm gonna try to simplify this as much as possible.
Actually, I should say mine has 5 tentacles total because he does have the 1 arm, but
Okay.
4 on his face.
I think what I'm gonna do is actually insert a spear in his face.
Gotta dye some cosplay stuffs. Ooh, what kind of cosplay are you doing?
How do I want to do this? I'm trying to think. Should I make 1 tentacle and then go through, or should I just make a bunch? No, I'll make 1.
You could try the new Alpha Brush.
I could.
I don't know if that would actually be helpful, but
Well, I was thinking about maybe sculpting 1, getting it relatively detailed, and then copying, pasting it, and then mirror and welding. I might do that. Let's split mask and let's try that.
ooh, big Resident Evil vampire lady. Nice.
Let's see. Hydrate the filament. You can bake it in the oven at 90-ish degrees Celsius for an hour or so. Boom, that's awesome. Make a tentacle brush. Okay. Yep. All right. Easy. We can do that. It's totally fine. AR, any advice regarding live streaming for the first time? How was it like your first few times live streaming? First off, Nina, we're making a Cthulhu. That's what we're doing. I actually like this question a lot, Comics Legend. So, and Kamara, we'll give her take on it since she's relatively new to the live streaming game. So I've been streaming for, so I've been streaming art for about a year, which even taking a break and then trying a new channel, there's always that first experience. So I'm going to talk about that. But I'm going to preface with my very first live stream was actually back when live commentaries was the thing. So you would I used to play video games. I would play Call of Duty and do commentaries. And it took a long time for me to get used to wanting to speak while doing something, even though I'm stopping to explain it. But I had to get comfortable with my own voice a lot. So when streaming, it helps to have a friend or something for the first time come in and just talk to you a little bit, so it doesn't look like you're talking to yourself out the gate. But you do want to get used to kind of talking to yourself, and that's why I kind of explain my process a little bit. And I'll say, this is what I do, this is how I do it. It just helps me work through it. But biggest advice is just in fact, I was recently talking to Spicer. He actually, we both kind of had the same thought. Stream however you will be in your car alone, right? Because essentially, unless you have somebody in your ear, like me and Kamar are in the Discord chat together, if you're just by yourself, the only engagement is how the chat is going to be engaging with you. And it took a long time to get an active chat or somebody who wanted to talk back to me. I think Martin was one of the first people who came in and started actively asking questions, and I was like, oh, okay, this is great. But I kept talking about my process, so I was just me, and I just put myself out there as this is who I am. I'm going to be doing this regardless. And so I knew I was going to be in Zbrush, whether I was live or not. It just became more engaging and helpful and motivating to try to present my best each time. But then also too, once the first few people come in and start talking to you, it gets easier. So just be you, enjoy what you're doing. Make sure what you're doing you love. Like, you know, don't try to be a gamer streamer if you aren't really into video games, you know.
Like Call of Duty when you really want to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do that because Minecraft is huge on Twitch, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my take on it.
Completely agree. My big advice is, having been relatively new recently myself, I was not brand new in January. I had streamed like 5 times total before that over the course of like 4 or 5 years. But I started actually, like, in my mind, I started streaming in January. I was just kind of playing around on Twitch before that.
Right.
But my big thing is, be aware that you're not going to notice how tired you are. You're like, if you're interacting with a chat, there's a little bit of a dopamine rush, I think, from having people to talk to and just enjoying doing the streaming and all of that. So you don't notice how much energy it takes until you hit the end stream button, and all of a sudden it's like, oh god. So yeah, just be aware that it's going to take a lot of energy. That's normal. Make sure you eat right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, just keep talking to yourself, as IR Sculpt said. Just like, don't stop talking unless you start getting weird. I don't know.
No,
like
I was weird. I was super weird.
Yeah,
it's okay to be weird, guys.
I'm an awkward person in general. I embrace it.
Yeah. That's where.
But yeah, like, if there's no one chatting with me, I'll like sing along with my music, or I'll start talking about what I'm doing. It's actually pretty rare for me to not have people interacting. I don't know, my community, my chat started growing pretty quickly.
See, that's awesome.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, I think I was streaming for like a month without really more than 1 or 2 viewers, and I was that viewer on the first one, because I would just load my phone up, because that's a trick. You don't want to be the zero viewer on Twitch, so a way around that is just load up your phone with, you know, your own account, and then just be in your chat. And then that will at least kick you up to the 1 viewer mark, and then after that, you know, people will see you. If you're at 0, nobody jumps in. If you're at 1, people are like, oh, at least there's somebody there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I had
yeah, no problems, comics.
I think
Are you gonna be
Eva was in my chat my first day, because I had been watching her. And then yeah, I had a couple friends that would pop in. And then Living Vertex and I started co-streaming, because I was like, hey, this has been really helpful for my productivity. You should join me. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. See, that's really awesome. Yeah. I just love
give us your energies. We must feed so creative juices will flow. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I just love the discourse and the community as a whole. So glad I found
during
you.
the week I'm working, so I try super hard to pay attention, but I'm usually hard lurking while working. I've just never mentioned the lurking since I take calls during my shift.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the lurkers too.
Oh yeah, the lurkers are awesome. Also learned too that not everybody wants a conversation, and that's okay. I used to do this thing where people would follow, and then I'd like, hey, thanks so much for the follow. How are you? And I still do that to a degree, but you know, I've had a few people. I guess I came off strong, In the beginning, had a few people say, "Oh, I'm just lurking," and then because I wanted that conversation, I wanted that discourse. It doesn't take me much to get talking, Gotta head out, everyone. Take care. Have a great day. Radeska, thank you so much for stopping in. As always, everybody go follow. Go follow. Shout out to you. Enjoy. I will eat my veggies. That is super important. Great advice. Enjoy.
JaviX says, weird, I pretty much only walk into rooms with 0 people. There is a person there, the streamer. I enjoy the conversation with the streamer, not the chatters. I mean, I'm sure they appreciate it too. Because I sure do.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm just a very social person, which is sort of funny because I'm also, weirdly enough, I'm an introvert and I like my alone time. But when I'm feeling social, I am very social. So yeah, if I'm like hanging out in somebody else's stream, I'll chat with the streamer, I'll chat with the chat, sometimes my ADHD takes over and I'm not even at my computer, so I'm just randomly lurking without having said so. But it's perfect for me because like if I'm in an actual social situation in person and I just randomly get distracted and walk away, people are like, what the hell?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty funny. That happens a lot.
That it happen that sometimes there aren't any viewers and it's like entire weight of keeping conversation falls on you, viewer number 1. Yeah, I've had that happen too. And I do kind of feel, I wouldn't say obligated, but I do kind of feel like, oh, I better keep chatting because I like this streamer and I don't want them to get discouraged.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm the only one chatting, I'm like, oh, I gotta keep chatting. But it's not like a huge pressure on myself because I enjoy it, so.
Yeah, well, a lot of times I will, whatchamacallit? A lot of times I will engage if I'm basically making sure that I want to engage. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll lurk because I just want to lurk. But there are sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to. When I'm lurking, I don't really want to be saying a whole lot, or I'm not going to be there long. So I want to see what that person's doing. I want to support that person. But I know the moment I say, hey, everybody, how's it going? I could engage myself in a longer conversation. So usually when I'm in the chat, I'm ready to chat. But a lot of times I'll just sit there and just kind of see, or I'll make like one-off comments. Like I was actually in Shane Olsen's stream yesterday, and I was literally just making one-off comments because I wasn't going to be there long. But then I had said something that I thought was funny, but then it made Shane think that his stream wasn't going well, and I had to correct, and then I couldn't type because I typed the word "and" in my phone, and it critiques it to abs. So I feel like, oh yeah, I said I'm sitting here and lurking, and it just said I'm sitting here abs lurking, and everybody's like, Ethan's getting ripped. It's just like no. So
Trenton's gonna head out. Alrighty, thanks for stopping by, Trenton.
Yeah, so I find that
I'll catch
funny.
your next stream. Yeah, and J Crew. So J Crew is one that pops in and posts the cicada lurk emote. So I usually just go J Crew, and then that's about it.
Yeah.
But
J Crew loves
same
to
way
lurk,
I usually
like
lurk, but yeah. Get the conversation going and then back to lurking once chat gets active. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I appreciate the lurkers.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it, Alex? Yep. Yeah, look at these cups. Speaking of which, J Crew! Comic says, I won't be streaming, but always curious how people get started. You all make it look so easy. Oh, well, I'm glad I make it look easy. I just love it.
So, yeah, I genuinely love it. It's fun for me. I don't think of it as anything that I have to try at, but part of that is because I have ADHD, so multitasking and chatting while I'm doing things comes naturally. And 2, I worked as a caricature artist for 6 years, which you have to be engaging and having a conversation with the people you're drawing while you're drawing them. And you have to be fast because you're working on commission. So 3-minute black and white face while having a conversation with the person. Um, so I've had 6 years of practice with like professionally entertaining people while I do art.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm
Ryan,
just
am
like,
I?
I don't have to try and be entertaining. I can just be me and talk about what I want to talk about and do art, and people come and hang out, and it's awesome.
Exactly. I'm actually looking up tentacle references as we speak, Ryan. Because they're very interesting. I'm actually thinking
They
about
are.
restarting it. Let's see. Could you explain the Schwarber Fox app? Don't know how to use it. I don't know if I've ever used it.
Yeah, cat. I kind of get that a little bit
Oh,
too,
sure.
trying not to hog the chat. Like if there are only 2 or 3 people watching someone, I won't worry about it. But if there are like 20 people and I'm the only one chatting, I might kind of try to quiet down a little bit. I also overthink things a lot.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common for most, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Schwarber Fox app is? I don't know if I'm
I do
saying that
not.
right. Not too sure.
Citizen, you do not hog my chat. You are fine. um,
Yeah, some
most
do
times if
have teeth, Ryan. That's pretty crazy.
they're chatting and nobody else talks, those times are when I feel strongly obligated to talk. Also because I want to keep the streamer entertained. Wait, wasn't I here for entertainment? No, I'm here for interaction. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Increase by group by normals. There we go. Something like that. Actually, get that going. That going. Gotta mask that inside. Some of these are really weird.
Tentacles are weird.
Yeah,
just
they are. I think I need to start this. I think I need to start this off in a different thing. So I'm actually gonna delete this. That's a big tip, guys. If you're struggling with something, just start over, especially if you're not too far.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna pull up a cylinder. I'm gonna make the suction cup out of this, and then we'll correct. So I'm gonna use eModeler for this.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this during our Anatomy Week streams too, but the ability to look at something and say, you know what, that's not going how I wanted it to, and starting it over, I feel like that's a skill in and of itself.
It can be. I feel like it can be, yeah, for sure. Because I mean, the instinct is, oh, I'll get this, right?
Mhm.
I'll get it. It'll just take me a minute. And sometimes that's true, and sometimes it's not. Actually, a lot of times for me, it's not.
Sometimes things just don't go the way you wanted them to, or you might realize a better way to do it while you're doing it.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Maybe Zbrush crashed and you lost an hour's worth of work. That actually, I haven't had that happen with Zbrush. I've had it happen with Maya a lot though.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Boop.
But going back and redoing it or doing it in a different way, it almost always turns out better than it did the first time anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. I realized too that these suction cups, they're like, you know, they're just kind of. Oh man, hard to explain. I mean, it's like they're just like little cylinders that got cut off with like little tubey things in the middle. But also reminds me of the pill from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie 2. The second one, which I don't know if you guys seen that movie. It's
Not
definitely
since I was little,
so.
which is funny because my first word was cowabunga.
Well, there you go. So yeah, I'm just like, They seem just a little weird. So specific, Ian. Num nums. Yeah, that's what I got. That's how
Yeah,
I see it.
My first word, 100%, not lying, was cowabunga.
I believe you, 100%. I don't
Get
know
my
what
mom in here and have her tell people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pose
It's
this arm a
also-
little bit.
Some of
'Cause
these
I'm
have
already
a
broken
lip.
symmetry anyway.
Okay. Some have a lip to these things too. I'm actually gonna kind of scale this in a little bit. Almost like they're flared out just a bit.
Oh yeah, one other piece of advice for anybody who's thinking about streaming. Remember that it's your chat, it's your stream. You can direct things to go as you wish, so long as it fits within Twitch's terms of service.
Right? And some things without. Yeah, that is the big one. Anybody who's looking to stream, yeah. It's your stream. Just enjoy it. For fast watching, watch the Cinemas's version. Nice.
I think most people here can find chatting to be safe and comfortable because expressing, interacting, opening up in general is a good thing. I completely agree.
See. Just gonna call this a cup. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing them without teeth. I don't think I want teeth in my cups.
Out of context, that sounds so weird. I don't want teeth in my cups.
I really don't. I don't want any in my cups.
I don't either.
But definitely important to get the right shape.
Save! Thank you, Cat Attack.
Yeah.
Have you saved recently?
Not since I started this cup. So I should probably do that. There we go. Let's just save that. Forgot to say hi. I'm here watching both of you. Cat. Thank you so much. I'm behind on chat. I know. Ener is the professional lurker indeed. Okay. Actually gonna
I think
duplicate.
between Ninar and J Crew, we've got professional lurkers, and they're both much appreciated. No points on his channel to make him save. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Also, I am looking at tentacle. I typed in tentacles off stream because I didn't want anything weird happening.
Oh, why?
No risking it for a biscuit. Not this time. Okay, let's go a little bit longer. But we're going to be making this a tentacle brush. Although, funny enough, the last project I worked on before COVID with the studio I was hired with, we were making a board game that had tentacle features on it. So it was definitely an interesting thing. So it's not my first tentacle. Which also sounds weird, I'm sure, out of context.
Yeah.
Oh, how many tentacles have you done, IR? Interesting, this resembles to the mushroom reference. Yeah, it kind of does, right? The other thing, too, is that I see it a lot. Like, tentacles, they start really massive towards the base, and then they shrink down really quickly. So, like, I want to get, like, a decent amount here, and then slowly build it up. They can be pretty close to each other.
So I am in the process of trying to pose mine a bit.
Oh, you're already at pose. Holy crap.
Probably shouldn't be, but he's so asymmetrical anyway that I think I need to be.
Well, what is your what's your end game with this project here? Like, are you gonna try to game ready him, or are you just
no?
sculpting?
I'm not gonna game ready him. I'm looking at him as kind of an extended speed sculpt.
Okay.
And then like possibly depending on how far I get after the 3 days we're working on him, kind of a statuesque collectible type thing.
Oh, cool.
Because yeah.
Yeah. I think that sounds great. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing with him.
Gotta go. Have a good day. Alrighty, bye, Ruben. Thanks for stopping by.
One could say you're a tentacle connoisseur. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, for me at least, I found that sculpting something in pose, if I don't do that, sculpting something in pose definitely, like the sculpting itself seems to go a little faster. Only because I'm not like trying to interpret proportions and relate it to a T pose or an A pose or something.
Right. I find that asymmetrical sculpting is a necessity for anyone who wants to sculpt, and don't be afraid to try it. But it definitely
I hadn't tried it
is
until somewhat recently.
It is definitely a interesting skill set, nonetheless. But I mean, just think about like if I find it interesting because it's mainly like digital artists. I feel like I've only heard the asymmetrical I don't want to argument from, until fixing from digital clay sculptors. But it's like in the other form of medium, and you have to, like. So it was something I was like, I watched Steve Lord in the beginning when I really started getting into sculpting, and Steve Lord was like, that's all he does, and I think that was great. So I was like, okay, time to learn it, time to do it.
Yeah. I think I had always been a little bit jealous almost of people that were doing asymmetrical posing and such, because I've always done game ready. And I've always been like, that just looks more like artistic and free-flowing. And I don't know why I was jealous and didn't just try it.
Because you were secretly terrified.
Yes.
That
Secretly,
was
not
me.
so secretly.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't try
like,
sculpting asymmetrically until joining the dojo and doing some sculpt-offs.
Nice. See? Join the dojo. Everything happens. It's magic.
I've been imagining how it would be to stream. For me, it's kind of scary. I'm worried about it. People could hurt me or get me upset. Quite insecure about myself and how capable I am, but I strive for better without burning up. I generally feel lackluster, though usually I try to express things in a way, or in an energetic and enjoyable fashion. Worry. But I'm overthinking stuff. I imagine streaming like camera zooming in on my life, and that scares me. I'm shy. Yeah, I think if you're shy or if you're nervous, that's normal. And I very much overthink everything myself. But also, as I was saying earlier, you have to remember it is your stream. If people are upsetting you or something, you can always get rid of them. I have to remind myself of that. But
yeah,
it's I don't know, it's empowering to, if you're shy and you're suddenly putting yourself out there and making yourself a public face to some extent, it's empowering.
Yeah, it can be, for sure. But also to know you can show only what you want to show, and you can say only what you want to say. Don't let people say, "Oh, I followed you, so you must blah 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 blah." Big deal. Multi-stream. Hey, Tunianar, no! How has life been since... been guys, give us an update. You want an update? Alright, Ninar, here's my update. I am doing fine. Pixelogic streams are good. Got hired good. So I'm okay. Just waiting on the budget to get approved. But yeah, overall, doing pretty well. How are you doing?
I love that my... I love that my... So, Zink, I don't know if you heard me earlier when I was saying I had to redo that emote. But it's so much more readable now, and I'm like, I love him!
Okay, so I'm making this a brush officially. Because everybody asked. But, so here's my base tentacle brush. And I think what I'm going to be doing is Z-remeshing it. And then from the Z-remesh, we'll have that as a base starting point. Be easier to pose. Right now it's pretty dense. So let's duplicate it. Control-Shift-D. Solo. Let's Z-remesh. Oh, you know what we can do here? I know.
Why did you have to redo it? So originally the first one that I submitted was his full body, and the first emote I submitted was his full body, and it was too small to really tell what was happening, so I just cropped it a little bit. And then I did submit the lurk one, but I redid that one too, because for whatever reason, I say this as though I have no idea why, when it was somewhere around the 23-hour mark in my stream, I had him kind of in the middle of the canvas and I didn't zoom in at all, so he was just really small. So I submitted both, they both got approved, I looked at them and I went, oh, no, I need to... So I resubmitted them, and this one has been approved. Still waiting on the lurk one to be reapproved.
Well, there you go. Nice, nice.
And I gotta hydrate.
Imagine a time before hentai when you could say tentacle without earning suspicious stares, right? I know. You just gotta own it. That's what you have to do.
Lucentai, thank you for the bits. And yeah, Cthulhu Party.
All right.
For anybody who's coming in and hasn't seen, here's the multi-stream link if you would like it. I am co-streaming with IR Sculpts, who is also making a Cthulhu. Also, this is the concept I'm working from.
Okay. I'm gonna make this a brush now.
Didn't mean to make him go away. There he is.
Let's make create insert mesh. Gonna undo that. Bloop.
Been lurking because I'm still at work, but you're both killing it. Aw, thank you.
Thank you. Let's try it one more time.
Also, everybody go follow Lucentai. He does really cool rainbow kitties and flowers and bright, happy art, and has good chill vibes on his stream, and sometimes plays games, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for those wings. I haven't gotten to them yet, obviously, but
okay.
I haven't made a good bat wing in a long time.
There we go. Look at that.
Also, everybody go follow D-Zinc. I don't think I've mentioned him yet, but he does also 3D art. And he's really good. And yeah. Everyone follow everyone.
Everyone follow everyone. I love it.
Do it!
All right, let's save
Do
this.
it now!
Get to the chopper! I need water. All right.
What is... Oh, that's his eyes. I was like, what are these circles on the back of his head? It's because I moved everything and I didn't move the eyeballs.
Tentacle brush. There it is. I made a tentacle brush.
Nice.
I think that's beautiful.
I broke his spine. Oops.
Gonna have to pose each one though. Like pretty crazy. There we go. I love it. take this. Also, sorry if I coughed in your ear.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Okay, good. All right, so let's go ahead and split these off. So now I can go ahead and delete this tentacle folder. Delete this one here. We'll keep this original. Delete this cup. Now we have this. Now we can. Okay, let's go ahead and split hidden. Doing some Cthulhu? Yep, doing some Cthulhu. Doing it with Kamara. What's it you got? If you guys want to go check out Kamara, you're new. Coming in. That is not the link. Oh no. Oh no.
I think I might need to make
I have it.
those little calf sections a little bit longer to match that shape.
Go ahead. Plop this over. We're just doing some fun creature stuff this day. And I just made a tentacle brush. There we go. We're actually going to keep these pretty separate from each other and start placing them where we want. Start kind of getting that proper shape.
Smithy, hello.
What I'm going to do is try to keep these straight for now, as if I'm making a game character, and then I'll pose them individually after the fact.
I'm getting so many hydrates. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. Has anyone here played Dr. Kawashima's brain training for the Nintendo Switch, and specifically the head count minigame? It's a game where you have to
No.
count how many people are in the house. So let's say you start with 2 people. Over time, you'll leave and enter the house and have to keep track of how many people are inside. Played for the first time today. Makes me feel incredibly stupid because it seems easy, but I couldn't keep up.
Interesting.
It's fun though. Yeah, I haven't played those. I don't have a Switch, so but hopefully someday.
You need a Switch.
I do.
It's fun.
Brandy, did you hear Smithy was here? I think Brandy heard that Smithy's here.
Haha, yep. Okay.
Meow.
All these funky little tentacles standing out. Brandy is so cute. Yes. Was it shoots
Are
and
you coming?
tentacles? I didn't even see that coming right. No, it wasn't. No. Ours was supposed to be an ND style game, so non-disclosure, so that way it could basically appear to be something even though it's nothing. You get a lot of that in the film industry. Everything has to appear to be something, has to appear to look like something in real life but not be, so it can clear legal. Which is a difficult feat all on its own half the time.
Alright, Brandy said hello and she has decided she's done for the moment.
Well, hello, and I'm glad you're done. Okay.
Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up, put me down!
Oh, you were just kidding. Well, you know, this line, just...
Oh,
you know.
I'm not picking you back up already. Meow.
Meow, meow.
Yes, Miss Brandy, you are very cute. Fa, thank you for the bits. Smithy says, pick up the child. Oh, she's walked away. I'm
Yep.
sure she'll be back.
Shh, don't say anything. Cats know when you're talking about them. I love cats, but I don't think I can ever own a cat again. I just remember them being, like, really needy.
Brandy's a good example of that.
So I love other people's cats. What was with my voice today? Doesn't want me talking anymore.
I was joking the other day that I was stealing everybody's energy, and that's super tired at the end of my stream. I think I'm also stealing everyone's voice because other people are having raspy voice issues, and I'm still fine despite my throat being sore from talking for 24 hours.
Yeah, I think you think you're taking my voice. I blame you. That makes it easier. Like, oh. Forget the fact that I talk equally as much offline as I do online.
Right.
You know, we won't talk about that. That's
I do not. Miss Brandy.
Did someone say my name? No. Witch cat. We're talking about Brandy. The other cat.
This is a pirate cat.
Hmm. If I get a cat, my house may burn down. Oh no. I grew up with 5 cats and 2 dogs. 3 dogs. For a while.
At one point in my life, I had 2 horses, 2 dogs, 2 cats, 4 mice, and a whole tank full of fish.
Well, damn.
But I was also I was a zoology major, so nobody questioned it.
Yeah, nobody would question that, that's for sure. Okay, that's detail I don't need to add right
That's
now.
when my voice was failing last Friday. Mars was stealing it. Well, I didn't start stealing it until Saturday.
So, that's fair.
A real Pokemon master. She is purring so loud. She says, no more sculpting Cthulhu. Play with me.
No! Bad kitty.
Brandy is more important than Cthulhu. I don't think Cthulhu would agree.
Cthulhu would just kill the cat.
Just like squish it like an ant. Gonna be a lap kitty.
Okay.
Oh! Don't do that.
You know, the fun part about sculpting creatures, part of why I wanted to do it more often, was that I feel like there's more freedom in making anatomical mistakes.
Yep.
You can be like, it's okay because, you know.
It's like what we were talking about when we were doing the anatomy. If it's a person, it needs to look like a person. And usually, to some extent, it needs to look like a specific person. With an animal, just a horse. Okay, that works.
Yeah. That's pretty funny too. But it's so true. Yep.
Brandy, you trying to be in the way?
I need to remember that and sculpt some more animals. They're known to jump
sculpt
onto
more
things,
animals too.
And we have an altar for my dad, which we light a candle for. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Cat be knocking shit down. Gotcha.
Yeah, Brandy just knocked a bunch of stuff off my desk.
Although
she's sitting on my desk right now.
Owning a cat when I was a kid gave us the excuse to have super soakers.
Ah.
Because when they would jump on the table, just blast them.
Yeah.
Get off the table!
Is that what I should do with you, Miss Brandy? She
Yeah.
actually likes water. I don't think it would work on her.
She'd be like, ooh, free bath.
Yep. When she was a kitten, I took her to the vet at one point, and she was nervous, as most critters are when they go to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
The vet was trying to check her heart rate, and she's like, oh, I can't hear it. Well, actually, Brandy was hiding in the sink. She's like, that's an odd place for a cat to hide.
I
But
agree.
there's a sink in the vet's room. But yeah, she was trying to check Brandy's heart rate, and she's like, I can't hear it because she's purring too loud. Hold on. So she turned on the water, and then she started purring louder.
Nice. Yep, there it is. Yep. All right, guys. If you guys haven't done this already, you guys have to if you have a 3D printer. But I downloaded and printed Raphael Grassetti's Ecrochet. And I love having this physical Ecrochet. It comes in 7 pieces, but even just in filament, I want to paint it at least a single coat, but like you get to just hold and see all the different parts. So it's definitely worth getting at his website, but
I want a 3D printer.
you're gonna get it. What did you print it in? I printed it in filament on my Ender 3. Took about 48 hours in total to print the whole thing. And it was amazing. Now, the only problem I have with this model, if I had to complain about one thing with Raphael Grassetti's model, this is one of his first 3D prints, so he didn't key it very well. So you kind of have to know how it goes together, which wasn't super intuitive. So you had to kind of like just look at the muscles, and then you had to hold it with the glue, and they have to wait. So, but it's great to have, because you know the plus side is that you don't have keys, so it's all correct too. Like where he cut makes sense in the muscle phase or in the muscle fibers. So, not shitting on a free model, I actually love it, but. Yeah, I've yet to
Yeah, as
print
soon as you
it.
posted that, I was just like, gimme! And I downloaded the file, but it's gonna be a bit before I can print it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. Once you are able to print, you're gonna love it. I guarantee it.
28 minutes till you're free. Nice.
But yeah, it's a really great model. I love it. Calculate the stream length by counting how often the guitar plays in the back. Oh, interesting. That's one way to do it.
People could probably do the same with mine because I only have 6 tracks on my play.
Yeah. I could change the playlist too. Trust me, really throw you guys off.
I do on occasion. I change mine up.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more variety for music.
I honestly, so the way I ended up with this music, I had messaged a friend of mine and I was like, hey, have you ever thought about doing music for streamers? Because I had been listening to the same like 4 video game soundtracks, and they're great, but kind of getting boring, and like I can Doom so many times.
Right.
So then he's like, yeah, hold on, and made some, as I'm saying this, it posts his links. Thank you, Streamlabs.
Nice. Great timing.
I swear Streamlabs is psychic. It posts his links every time I mention it. But, or sometimes like he'll pop into my chat, and the second he says something, Streamlabs posts the links, and it's like, yes, because he needed to know how to find his music. Anyway, yeah, he started making a few songs or a few tracks that I could use while streaming, and he had originally been kind of basing them off of the soundtracks that I'd been listening to, just kind of going for that vibe. But I was just like, yeah, I need something that has a bit of a rhythm, but isn't distracting,
Right.
and no lyrics. And like, I had a list of things that I was like, this is what I'm looking for. And so far, everything he's made is like exactly what I wanted.
Nice.
Um, to the extent that I don't get tired of it.
See, that's
Where,
cool.
you know, Doom, I was getting tired of it because listening to the same apparently 2.5 hour long soundtrack got old, whereas listening to the same 45 minutes worth of music is fine. But like, it's designed to be listened to on repeat
Right.
without
Yeah.
being distracting. So
See, and that's part of it too. If it's designed for that purpose, it's gonna make things a lot easier.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
And that's why video game soundtracks usually work well for doing art and focusing and such, because they are designed for playing on loop and focusing and keeping the player engaged in the game without being distracting and all that. But
Yep. Exactly.
somehow this music just works better for me.
That's all that matters. Hey, Ground Affected. Bye, dude. Gotta go do some computer stuff. See you soon. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, brother. Take it easy, man. Enjoy your computer stuff.
You know what Taco Gun is really missing? A lasso select tool. Taco Gun's missing a lot of things in my opinion. The biggest thing for me is just that I spend like probably about 50% of my time retopologizing using the relax function in Maya.
Right.
And in Taco Gun, you have to actually go, like, you have to bring up the brush tool and then tell it what you want it to be relaxing. Where in Maya, you just hold shift.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, Maya's been doing it longer, that's for sure.
Well, Quadra, they made Quadra to mimic Taco Gun.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Hi, Tearzilla. So yeah, Quadra was new at some point when I was in school, and Taco Gun existed already.
See.
So all of a sudden everybody's like, we can do retopology in Maya now?
Oh, funny. Well, maybe they just had the resource to do it better.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it comes down to the resource. I mean, just look at like how Apple does things, right? Apple's never really invented anything that is like great out the gate, but they took things that were invented and they made them more functional.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it really takes is just somebody to come in and make it more, you know, palatable or a little bit easier to deal with.
You like the Taco Gun, or the relaxed brush on Taco Gun? Yeah, I couldn't make it work for me. In working on my Beatles head, that's the only piece that I really retopologized in Taco Gun. It didn't matter how much time I spent relaxing things, everything was still kind of wobbly and not as clean as I would like. But I didn't even notice until I sent it to Anna and I was like, hey, I want feedback. And she's like, everything's kind of just messy and chaotic. And I'm like, oh my god, it is. What am I doing? What am I thinking? And I took it into Maya and just hit it with the smooth brush really quick. And it was just like, ah.
Yeah, night and day difference. Exactly.
And yeah, Tearzilla, IR Sculpts and I are both sculpting our own Cthulhus.
Yeah, we be doing it. Actually, just put eyes in mine. Now we're gonna.
I need to move my eyes because I moved his head, but I didn't move the eyes.
Start shaping that a little bit.
For 3D printing, maybe. I don't have a 3D printer, so maybe. Hopefully in the future. I will have a 3D printer at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll get there, no problem. 3D printers aren't expensive anymore. It's just a matter of space and resource and time.
Yeah. Well, they're a little out of my budget right now. Um,
But not for
but
much.
also I'm waiting for the Saturn to come back in stock.
Right, yeah. You fell in love with that machine, which I don't blame you.
Mhm.
It's a great machine.
But yeah, I was debating whether I wanted to get my new mic or a printer first. And a friend of mine convinced me mic is probably the better option because audio equipment's not going anywhere. Prices are going to stay the same. This mic's not going anywhere. 3D printers, by the time I can afford the second of the two, the one I want might get cheaper. There might be a new one that I want more. Because that technology is still advancing.
Yeah, that technology is always going to be advancing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think 3D printing technology really started in the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of what it could be, but just didn't have the technological advances to get there. You know?
I remember the release of the Form 3
Yes.
at GDC one year, and that was what hooked me. Like, I had seen FDM printers, and I was like, "What?" But I saw the resin of the Form 3, and I was just like, "I need a resin printer."
Right.
And that was like 6 years ago, I think. And yeah, I can finally potentially afford one.
Right. Yeah. Just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm trying to build up this nasal cavity of his.
I'm now just cleaning up all the weird blobs that happened from posing him.
Let me see where you're at. Let me save and I want to see where you're at. Haven't popped over yet. Oh, there's an ad.
Booty.
I guess I have to hang out
There's
over
always
here
an ad.
for an ad.
Always an ad. Come on, Twitch. Where's my ad revenue?
Yep, exactly. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I'll see you.
But
It's best time to come in.
Yep.
That sculpt, but nice.
so yeah, he's a big old marshmallow blob, but getting the proportions in there anyway.
So you sculpt with perspective turned on.
It depends on what I'm doing. For organic modeling, I tend to keep perspective on. For things like the beetle and order my tikis, I keep it off. Yeah, it really depends.
Interesting. Any do you change focal length or?
No, but I should.
Yeah.
I have in the past. I've just gotten a little bit lazy with it.
Oh, I'm just more curious. Like, I don't have perspective turned on. I started turning it on if I'm gonna do a likeness, and then I tried to match perspective of the reference that I'm utilizing.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing for me is I'm trying to match the perspective of the reference, because like this concept is very much in perspective.
Yeah.
But like with my beetle, I needed to be able to get those nice, clean, crisp edges with masking and things like that. So I needed to not have perspective on.
Right. That makes sense.
Same with the tikis.
Yep. Gotcha.
Open the link above. Will this count as a view for both of you? I honestly have no idea. But yeah, if you watch both of us on Twitch, or if you click on that multi-stream link, or whatever's most convenient. I honestly don't know how Twitch counts viewers.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I heard at one point lurks don't. I'm sorry, not lurks. I misspoke. I was thinking of something else. I also heard that raids don't count towards a certain viewership.
Yeah, raids. I think the thing is you have to refresh the screen after a raid so that you're actually on that person's page and not just watching them being hosted by the original person.
Oh, interesting.
Which is dumb. That seems like something Twitch needs to fix.
Right, yeah, that's a Twitch fail, in my opinion.
How Twitch counts viewers is kind of a mystery. Exactly.
Yeah.
Some say that if the tab is inactive and or with no sound, it doesn't count. Yeah.
Yeah, you turn the sound off at the tab level, not at the video level. And that also helps.
And raids have been kind of weird. Like, if you're viewing someone's page who is hosting it, then it doesn't count. Yeah. Citizen says, I just imagine this Cthulhu to be a football player with the football being his left tentacle. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the original artist used a football player as a reference for the pose.
Yeah. Yeah, your reference is pretty interesting like that. But I love it. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still getting in the good chunk of shapes right now with the... I think I'm going to use mesh extrude for this part.
I have read that the only time views are counted is when the viewer is active within the stream. If they mute you, pause you, or are inactive for a period of time, viewing is not counted. When rated, everyone on that raid has to refresh their Twitch window to count them as a viewer. Well, the other thing is, Twitch seems to have different metrics for counting viewers. So, like, for some things, it doesn't matter if someone's just lurking or whatever, or muted or paused or anything. They'll still count as a viewer, but then for other things, they need to be fully active in the chat. It's,
right.
I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird, yeah.
I'm not overly concerned about it. Because, as we were talking about earlier, I'm here for meeting cool people and getting my work done, and a lot of things that don't involve massive Twitch following. And if I get a Twitch following in the process, that's just awesome.
Just bonus at that point. Now working on the wings here.
I'm so excited about this guy's wings, but I really want to get his pose nailed first.
Kind of did my dad bot is just kind of like a pouting Cthulhu. It's just like, all right, I'm done. Whatever, dude. And I like it. You just sculpted geometry like with the mask out of thin air. Is that a new brush? Yes, it is. Yes, it is a new brush. It is. If you hold Control, come up here to the top, it is Mesh Extrude. So as long as you start on a surface, or if you start on something with geometry, because if you start out here in thin air, for example, so if you're out here in thin air and you just do it, nothing happens. But if you start on the geometry, then move away and actually just sculpt, it'll create mesh on the fly. Yeah, it's a new brush and it's an amazing brush.
Mesh Extrude and Mesh Project.
And Balloon Mesh.
Oh, yeah, and Balloon Mesh. Oh, I love them so much.
Yep. They are by far some of the more useful brushes to come out of ZBrush's new releases. No subdivs like ZModel. No subdivs. It comes out kind of... It does give you okay topology, but I'd recommend kind of cleaning it up, but it doesn't come out with subdivs, and you can't do it on subdivs, no. So I typically just do it with Dynamesh, and then I'll ZRemesh clean it up.
I don't know why I wasn't doing this before, but I got my see-through mode on. Gonna try and line up his pose a little better.
Go. I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna kind of smooth this out a little bit too. Make them just a little bit more round. Some areas. But yeah, you can get geometry pretty quickly. Damn, every ZBrush revision. They have like 3,000 things, but I haven't even mastered the first 20. I know, right? Yeah, that's the crazy part. But no, I find this one to be probably one of the more useful updates for sure.
It's the first update that I've been genuinely excited about.
I agree, yeah. This was probably the first time I said, oh, ZBrush changed my workflow. And meant it. Like, you know. I was pretty surprised by all that. Okay, I've got auto groups. And then I'm going to go ahead and mirror and weld it. And so see, now I want to kind of like fill this in to give it that wing look. So I'm going to start on the geo. I'm going to kind of just bring those. Bring that up here like this. Also, too, the masking now has lazy mouse features. And that's really, really helpful to get a nice clean mask. Yeah, mesh project is super cool.
But is this Cthulhu male, female, undetermined? The amount of muscles makes me lean towards male. I'm thinking male. Looks like a male body to me.
It's a Cthulhu.
Yeah. I mean, Cthulhu is probably non-binary and all-gendered.
Yeah, I wonder. Mesh project is super cool. Have you tried it with live Boolean turned on with all that goodness? I have, yes. I feel like that's dedicated more towards hard surface, for sure. But yes, I have, and it's great. It's actually what made me want to get into hard surface a bit more. If you tried using Mesh Project with live Boolean turned on, because you can cut into other features, you can separate subtools quickly with it turned on.
Yeah, I used that a little bit towards the end of my Beetle.
So yeah, it's definitely a very useful tool.
Cat Attack says, I need to get a new tablet to start learning to sculpt. Mouse isn't really working. Ooh, yeah, mouse sculpting is rough. It's impressive when you're good at it, though.
Yeah, that's for sure. Have you ever come across an issue where live Boolean prevents alt select subtool? Yes, I have. Once, and I restarted ZBrush and it went away. I think it's an error. Or I didn't, yeah.
I actually have a weird issue with my live Boolean that when I click make Boolean, like when I'm actually trying to do the Booleans, if I have any other subtools visible, it just makes a flat plane.
Oh, interesting.
And so far, nobody else I've talked to has that issue, so I'm like, it's a me thing. Cool, thanks, ZBrush.
Yeah, I have not had that.
It's a thing I'm aware of, and I'm able to. It's not a big deal.
Happens. Happens to the best of us. Hey everyone. Hey my kisses, how are you doing? Hello, hello.
It seems more stiff compared to the reference material. I think it could be bent toward downwards. Unless of an L form. Is this observation constructive enough? His right arm. I mean, I'm still in the process of posing it, but yeah, it is definitely a little on the stiff side right now.
Still in the valley.
His left. Yep. His left arm is especially stiff because I haven't done anything with it. He still needs his tentacle.
Yeah, I'm still blocking out right now, keeping everything just kind of in A pose. You restarted 3 times, still there. And you're on the latest version, Ryan? I have no idea then.
What's going on with that leg? What happened there?
Have you, are you using an IMM brush while trying to do that, because I find that you cannot use an IMM brush successfully while trying to alt tap something. It just, that breaks for me. I'm gonna turn on topological for a second. Should go there. Yep. Groove man, what are we doing today? We are doing a Cthulhu, and we are dual streaming with Kamara. If you guys want to check out the dual stream, you'll give her a like, follow, and subscribe, and everything.
Yeah, in case anybody over here hasn't been on IR Sculpt's side, there's our link. That is IR Sculpts that you hear.
Yeah. Yeah, Kamara and I get together sometimes, and we just make shit.
Nice little break from our actual projects.
Right? Yeah. It's definitely helpful.
Man, he's like doing the splits now. That's not what I want.
No paint, but it's all brushes. Interesting. I don't know, man. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never had that problem. I'm going to Dynamesh this, but I turned groups on in my Dynamesh so that I actually didn't merge any of that together. Which is a big trick for people who want to merge stuff together or don't want to merge stuff together using Dynamesh.
You know, there are a lot of things that I've been like adding to my workflow lately. Spelly does art. Thank you for the raid.
Ooh, look at you. Nice.
Yeah. Let me show you
Grab
what I'm
myself
working
a
on.
cola,
Also,
watch the stream until like 12. Oh, wow. Oh, man.
welcome in. I am
Realized-
multi-streaming with IR Sculpts. That's our shared link if you would care to watch there, or you can watch both of us on Twitch. But give him
Yep.
a follow as well.
I'm actually only going to be on for another half hour because I actually got, I
Okay.
didn't realize the time.
Oh,
to
yeah.
spell. But we'll pick this up tomorrow.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the concept I'm working on. We're both sculpting our own Cthulhus this week. And yeah, I'm Kamara. People call me Kim. How was your stream? What were you working on? I'm assuming it was art because of your name.
Who's called you Kim? That's the first time I've heard you say that.
Oh, a lot of people do online.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting.
Yep. Because it's just faster to type.
I get that. Actually, that makes sense. I've just never... Oh. Now I know. Alright, let's actually
Oh, I
shrink
should
it.
also say I'm a 3D character artist for games. But this guy is kind of a fun little side project to take a break from my big game ready project that I've been working on.
Yeah, it's nice to take breaks.
And I'm making a mess.
Yeah, I got another stream ready to go. Nice, nice. Perfect, perfect.
Thank you for the follow. Stream was great. Did some doodles, then some Vroid stuff. So it was wasn't to raid someone also doing 3D modeling. Ah,
Hey, Spelly does art. Thank you. Thank you so much.
how are you enjoying your stream? I'm having a good time today. I love streaming.
Oh, yeah. So much
It's
fun.
been my happy place lately.
It's a way to just enjoy life a little bit, still make something, connect with others. Yeah, it's great. I think I'm getting ready to Z-remesh this thing.
The rule
Get
of
maybe
thumb when
a-
online is to make the first syllable sound good because that's what people are gonna call you, right?
Yeah. I mean, I butcher names all the time, and I always feel bad and apologize for it. I always say sorry.
Yeah, the name Kimara actually came from back when I played World of Warcraft. My original character was an orc hunter, and I just strung letters together to make a name that sounded kind of orcish that I liked. So it's just random letters I put together and made kind of a name, and it has stuck with me for I think like 15 years now.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
Now when people use my real name, I'm just like, wait, what? Huh? Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Because your real name is also equally as awesome. So I feel like, it works. You love the depth of the
Lance
eyes.
McPherson.
Yeah. I think I gave him
cool
kind of a
process to
narrow
watch.
face.
Thank
I need
you.
to widen him out.
Yeah, I love watching other people sculpt because it doesn't matter how much sculpting I do myself. Watching other people's process is like magic. It's like you don't
Yeah.
really know where things are going until people get there.
Yeah, it definitely can be pretty interesting to just sit back and watch somebody, because you don't know their thought process 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I find that that's really the trick for me. It's like, oh, what are they doing and how are they getting there?
Yeah. Had a student with a 4-syllable name. After a while, I gave up and I asked him if I could call him by a 2-syllable nickname.
How's it going? I had to run out. Forgot I needed to do something. It's going pretty good, man. Going pretty good. About ready to take off here in a little bit. Um, oh, that reminds me, I have to answer a text message that I got. I have an emails and stuff to do. So,
And I will be back on later. I'm also going to be off in about 30 minutes, but I'm going to take a little break and then I'll be back later to do my normal stream time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern time.
yeah.
I'll be working on my beetle some more.
Do it.
And probably with a living vertex that time.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it.
Cat. Definitely want to make this nickname
Okay.
though. People will call me Mech because that kind of makes sense. Nope, everyone calls me Citizen. How was the recovery from the 24-hour stream? The only after effect I've had that I've even really noticed is that my throat's been a little sore and my tongue still feels a little bit too big for my mouth.
That's funny.
24 hours of streaming and talking, and yeah, I didn't really have any negative effects from it except that I'm not used to talking that much.
That's it. That's all that matters. You're used to staying up
After
that
a
late.
while, yeah, well, yeah, I accidentally stay up for 24 hours on a semi-regular basis. Not usually actively doing something the whole time, but I do stay up that late. So the staying awake wasn't hard. The exerting energy the whole time was a little bit hard. Staying awake.
Yeah.
Honestly, talking for 24 hours was the hardest part for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it was fun, and I have zero regrets. And I will most likely do it again in the future when I have another excuse.
I'll say there you go. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think I need to like retopo. Not retopo, but just Z-remesh his little body.
I was like, retopo? Oh god, why? Hunting for
Get it
food
right
now.
out the gate.
Still be watching the sculpting. Alrighty, enjoy your lunch. And thank you for the raid.
Bye.
Let me give you a follow too.
That's actually like something I've done before. I did a retopo, like a game ready for the 3D character workshop, and I created the the mesh, but then I was like, I don't want to retopo the body again because I knew the clothes would be separate. So I
Mhm.
just retopoed the body first before even adding detail, and then just subdivided it up, and I had a pretty clean bake when I brought it over.
Nice.
I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing it that way, but it worked.
Another thing I find cool on Twitch for us viewers, we can autocomplete the name, so no need to shorten it. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Until you have 4 Alexes in your chat and you're like, oh god, which one was I trying to tag?
Yeah, then you gotta pay attention to which one you're responding to.
What time am I coming back? In about an hour and a half. It might be a little bit longer than that. But roughly 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just gonna take a break, get myself some food, possibly take a quick nap.
Take a quick nap.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of naps, but 24-hour stream, and then I only got 5 hours last night because I'm a dumb. I don't think I actually said it on stream why I kind of forgot to go to bed last night.
No,
I did the dojo sculpt off, and then after the sculpt off, I started working on my retopology and just got so wrapped up in it. And so, like, I always say I get in kind of a meditative state, but I ended up retopologizing for like 5 hours.
that's insane.
And all of a sudden I was like, I have to be awake at a certain time. I should probably go to sleep.
That's so funny. That's like just really going into your getting into your own world and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Looks great, man. Jimmy's missing. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, YouTube autocompletes names too. That's right, they do, don't they? Yeah. It's the autocomplete with names is very helpful.
Yeah.
So
Only my mouth would do that.
right?
Never mispronounce people's names again!
Oh man, that'd be so helpful. Yeah, alright. Really hitting this hard with the getting the cheekbones in there.
Gotta bulk this boy up.
God, I realize I should take that one off. Alright, yeah, I think he's getting ready for some cleanup.
Me during your 24-hour stream.
Actually, let's go to the damn standard. Let's get that pectoral in there.
I'm sitting on the idea to post tongue twisters here whenever the chat's quiet. Oh god, tongue twisters in a 24-hour stream. By the end, I'd be like...
Yeah. That would be so funny, though. It'd be a lot. A lot of work to try to keep up with that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I've actually seen a couple streamers that charge channel points for people to post tongue twisters.
Yeah, it keeps people engaged for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other thing too. You know how we were talking about live streaming and stuff earlier, and like where to go and what to do. That was one of the things that I was really happy I didn't get invested into quickly. Was like trying to come up with gimmicky stuff. I never wanted to have gimmicky stuff on my streams. I just wanted people to be able to come and have fun and have a conversation and such. But I've seen some pretty cool stuff, and then I've seen some really just like drawn out gimmicky, and I'm like, why?
Right.
Why do you feel the need to want to do that to yourself?
Yeah, I've had a few on mine that I got rid of before I ever even had them redeemed. because I was like, no. But yeah, I've just been kind of trying things out, seeing what I like, seeing what works, what doesn't work. I had Sing mode. You were here for that because we were multi-streaming.
Yeah.
Nimlot rated me.
Yep.
And Citizen Mech redeemed Sing mode, and I'm like, ah!
Yep.
But yeah, so not specifically because of that, but more because Sing mode didn't go as I expected, because I randomly just sing things as I'm saying it, so I thought it would be easier than it was.
Yeah.
Got rid of that one. For now, at least. It might come back. We'll see. But otherwise, I have things like give Brandy a treat. Or,
yeah, that stuff's cool.
People can make me do a 1-hour speed sculpt and pick the theme.
Hey, what's up, Rush? What's up, Kaysley? Hello,
Rush! Hello!
Looks like it looks like sulky teenage with a tentacle. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the reference I'm pulling from is like this kind of dad bod style droopy Cthulhu. How you doing? It's going, man. It's going pretty well. Making this
comic book
Cthulhu.
style.
And we're almost ready to take off. I'm just like kind of putting in some more of the body volumes before I start hitting Z-Remesh and start pulling this from Dynamesh to subdivisions. So I'm just trying to get all the proper shapes in. He's also kind of oddly skinny in some ways, so I gotta make him a little bit chunkier.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck no amount of wood, since a woodchuck can't chuck wood. But if a woodchuck could chuck and would chuck some amount of wood, what amount of wood would a woodchuck chuck?
If a woodchuck
Even if a woodchuck
wood.
could chuck wood. If a woodchuck would chuck wood, should a woodchuck chuck wood?
Yeah.
Woodchuck should chuck a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. As long as a woodchuck would chuck wood, oh shut up.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Hi Rush! I am doing well. Just did a 24-hour stream this weekend and feel like I should be feel fine, so aside from a little bit of a sore throat.
Yeah.
How are you, Rush? Also, anybody here who has not followed Rushzilla, you should do so. He makes cool stuff too.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you for the tip. It's Brown Jaw, thank you. And thank you for that high flyer. Alright, I need to be back out of see-through mode before I get too far on the fingers because I can't quite see what I'm doing. But I do want to make this knee, this leg fit better.
Hello, hello, it's
You got your follower number to 6969. Nice. That's like the biggest nice ever. Yeah, I was actually doing the 24-hour stream because, one, I've just been waiting for an excuse, and two, let's see, 3-month anniversary on Twitch, 300 followers, and then while I was streaming, I streamed, and 333 followers. So, not 6'9", but...
Still really cool.
Sculpting an already posed character. Yeah, it's been a new thing I've been doing since I joined the dojo and started doing some of the sculpt offs, and it's just kind of a fun practice thing. I'm also do game ready, so.
Alright. It's not a terrible blackout. It's gonna need a lot of refinement though, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a very different workflow.
Yeah. There's also a lot of things on here too that I want to add later. Like there's, or maybe I should just add them now. There's like, he has like weird spots on his arm. His design is really, really interesting. Almost has like some, whatchamacallit, like Venom tendencies.
Yeah, I was actually planning on keeping this guy in A pose longer than I did, but then I got to the point where I was like, well, he's asymmetrical anyway. He's got one tentacle arm and like, I don't know, I just broke symmetry really early.
Yeah.
Tentacle arm. Sculpting into pose to learn anatomy that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, tomorrow we're going to be doing the same thing. Around the same time. Actually, a little bit earlier. That was my fault today. I got distracted this
How
morning.
dare. No.
Yep, exactly.
It gave me a chance to wake up a little more.
Nice.
Like I said, I went to bed way later than I meant to.
That is okay. It happens, it happens.
I need to start looking for references for what I'm gonna do for Spicer. I'm gonna sculpt a Deadpool.
Driving in a minivan. Yeah, that's also what I gotta do. I'm taking this course. I'm gonna be going over another video of his today. Nice, and I love his stuff so far. So, yeah.
And I need to sculpt my skull for Anna's mentorship. I was gonna do that yesterday, and then I ended up... I think the tired from 24-hour stream caught up with me, and I ended up sleeping a lot later than I meant to yesterday.
That'll do it.
Yep.
That will definitely.
But yeah, I did not do my skull sculpting yesterday like I meant to, so that's gonna happen today.
Yay, do it.
Haven't decided if I'm gonna do that one on stream or off, but it'll happen before I go to bed either way.
I'm about to look at a new video you posted for X&D. Sweet.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did post a new one, didn't he?
You did, yep. That he did. Alright. Alright, guys. This is where we're at here. So far. It's always this like last minute seeing something I don't like.
My PC froze because I plugged in USB into my USB port. Anyone have an idea why this can happen? Static? I don't know. What are we working on? We're making a Cthulhu based on this concept. And I am co-streaming with IR Sculpt. Here is the link if you would like to watch us. Though we are kind of wrapping up right now, but we'll be back working on the Cthulhus more tomorrow.
Yeah. Hello.
And I'll be back with more Beetle stuff in a little over an hour. Not done just yet, though.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you today, Pudding Munch?
Let's see. Give him some weird neck thing going on here.
Just popping in to say hi, see anything's going on, to concentrate, back to lurking. Good.
Nice, nice. Back from dinner. Hello, Alex. Hello. Welcome back.
Alex!
I'm gonna be going here in just a couple minutes, but I'll show you guys where we're landed with this. It's where we are so far. We still got a lot to do. I want to clean up. I think I'll start here in just like 2 seconds. I will. Let me fix his hand.
Watching through multi-stream noise. Axel, hello, how are you? Making a Cthulhu.
Go. Let's quickly get like the hand shape in there. Are you starting to memorize anatomy names from Spice? Actually, not so much, but I'm getting the anatomy knowledge down. Although some things, I remember some things like, you know, the eye sockets are actually called an orbit. You know, what is it? The mandible is for the lower part of the jaw. Stuff like this. So I guess a little bit, but I'm more focused on the placement. But I'm trying to also be better with some of the names instead of just saying, well, this part here, this thingy can go part into this thingy, and see, you got a thingy. That's
the thing that does the thing with the thing.
Yeah. So, but I don't think I'm gonna get, you know, I'm not focused on getting as knowledgeable on the names as much as I am more about like just improving my anatomy in general.
See, I have that zoology background, so I know a lot of the names, think about it, but my brain doesn't hold on to names very well, whether it's people names or muscle names.
Yeah, see.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I have a little bit of that too, where I'm just bad with names. I even told that to Spicer. I'm like, I'm bad with names, dude. He's like, it's fine. You'll get it. I'm like, okay. But like anything,
Axel, to answer your question, I am doing well. My tongue and my throat are still a little sore from this weekend, but otherwise I'm good. How are you? Oh, I already asked you that, didn't I?
Ask him again.
Serratus interior. Yeah.
Sounds like a vehicle. There you go. Works for everything. Thingy is the best description. Yep.
Yes.
And you got a thingy. Well, I got a thingy right here.
Cat Attack says the thingy, the best technical term. I use it at work all the time.
Exactly. So. But yeah. I mean, some things like, you know, for example, and because I'm doing more into trying to just get physically fit and healthier with my lifestyle by researching some exercise and stuff, you know, you pick up things like this is the pec major and then the pec minor, and then attaches to the humerus. Like, so there are some things that I'm starting to pick up on just with that. And then I'm just going to try to correlate that as much as I can into when I talk about anatomy. But yeah. I'm trying to do that a bit more. And like here, gotta get this bone shown right there a little bit.
Thank you for the bits!
You're like some kind of buff dude. Exactly. Exactly, I'm a buff dude. Yeah. I love that channel, by the way. If anybody wants to have just fun YouTube videos about fitness, buff dudes is definitely the challenge. Or the video for you.
What'd you do to your old nearest nervous citizen? I'm guessing that's the nerve that runs along here? Hi, Brandy. Nervous, ulnaris. Either way.
All that abs lurking. Exactly. Yep.
Brandy's just sitting at the top of the ladder on my bed, just meowing at me from up there.
That's funny. Get done already. Alright. So I think tomorrow when we start, I'll start off by essentially getting this thing Z-remeshed. So that way I can make something a little bit, a lot cleaner out of it. So right now it's pretty fugly.
Shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Ah, okay, that makes it. Cause yeah, you'd have, yeah, okay.
I also think his knees are a little too, bless you.
Well, thank you.
Go up his knees a little bit. Fix that. Also fixed his proportion a little bit, which is a little funky dunky.
But what'd you do to it, citizen? You keep telling me which one it is. Meow.
Give me Div Gorgon vibes for sure, yeah. Need a tutorial vid on how to ab lurk. Could use some Tony. You just stand there and you just tighten it really hard. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, and isn't ab lurk just when you're lurking and clenching your abs the whole time?
Or just start typing abs on your phone when you text everybody, and then it'll start auto-correcting for you.
Sat on PC for too long in the wrong posture since 2017. Oh, fun! It's Brandy! Does not let me not pick her up. She tried to take over my stream a couple times this weekend.
Ooh, fun.
I got up to take a break, and when I came back, she was in my chair. She says, I am streamer now.
Alright. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. Always having fun. So I can correct this booty real quick.
More Cthulhu times tomorrow.
Your phone always corrects the abs. I know, it's so funny, right? Yeah.
Have I ever tried to sculpt Brandy? I have not. Though I do have plans for a memorial piece for my other kitty. But it's not actually going to be sculpting her. It's going to be something that represents her.
Nice. Alright.
Gonna run, gonna chat with a bud. Well, I'm gonna run too, so.
Alright, cool. Well, everybody, thank you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the raids, the follows, the likes, the support, the love, all that good stuff. We'll continue this and hopefully make this look a lot better than it currently is, but it's coming. I'm enjoying it. Cthulhu's from Warhammer also looking pretty good. Nice. Have a good one, guys. Always appreciate it, and talk to you guys later.
Yep. And I think I'm gonna raid the Kana.
Do it.
But yeah, I'll be back in about an hour. I'm gonna go take a break, get myself something to eat, and probably take a little nap, and then I'll be back on later. I might be a little bit later than 6 p.m., but sometime around then. Working on my beetle. Waiting on that raid timer.